Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Yes, it is the Dr. Greenthumb show live on Twitch, Discord, Kick, X, YouTube, and the home site, www.brealtv. What it be like? I got DJ C- in the building, Mr. Goodlight.
What happiest of all the Mondays in the world to you, and you.
I got Eric Big Drum Bobo in the house.
Buddy.
Looking very educated now.
I feel smart.
Yeah.
Are the glasses new?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to
I
before.
see you.
He sees you.
You didn't have them before?
No, he had him last week. You just weren't here. We have the Treehouse crew, Ra, and the Dominator.
What's up? Bobo's giving me those Spike Lee vibes.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's his cousin Bobo Lee, son.
Oh, dude, you got to wear a Knicks jersey.
He makes pizza.
Hey, I make some good bobbly pizza.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
We have the Concentrate King, Cali Blythe.
Happy Monday, people.
And on the table, Mr. Milligrams E-Zoned in the building.
It looks like you read a lot of books.
I do.
Right? He's a
I have
book
li-
reader.
Yeah.
I have a library. Yeah.
They call them bookworms.
I was going to say, yeah, bookworm.
Okay, so check it out. I just want to say to you this. Ice-T will be here in the second hour, so just have some patience. And the OG, the triple, quadruple OG
OG.
will be in the
Gang.
building. Yes, OG Gangster.
That's
Yeah.
fuck.
Yes, man.
OG.
Yes. Let's,
Was a bang.
let's,
So many memories to his music, you know what I mean?
let's have faith. It all works out.
Let's have faith.
Nobody
Okay.
confirmed it?
Yes,
Yeah.
but, you know, things happen.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. He's a rapper. He's an actor. He's an entertainer. He's, you know, he's every man's man, dog. He's
Yeah.
lived 1,000 lives
And still living them.
and still living them to the
and,
fullest.
and he's a car shield rep.
That's it. Yup. You gonna try to get a deal on the car shield?
Yeah.
What is that?
I want a pamphlet,
You want a pamphlet?
What is that? What are you talking about?
a car shield.
What is that?
Hey, yo. What it is like protecting
Like a
your car.
protection.
That's
Yeah.
I saw your attempt there.
That was great. Hey, yo.
Heard your- hey, yo.
Yo, I was thinking about being.
Go ahead and tell him what.
Wait,
car-
I was
The
gonna
car
say,
shield is like, you know, and when your car is already out of warranty,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you're able to get like a warranty onto your car.
like
They don't
an
pay
extended-
shit.
An extended gap?
Yeah, an extended
Not
thing.
gap. It's an actual like warranty. Like, you know, when you already own the car. Like usually you have to buy a warranty when you buy it. If you already own the car, you can add a warranty onto the car when you already own it.
Was this in those commercials that would be like after the People's Court or during like those court shows and then advertise it? They try to
Kind of.
pitch you that?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I know
Yep.
exactly what you're talking about because I do remember those commercials that I'm like, yo, who else is gonna fall for this?
Yeah.
A lot of people, and they don't pay shit. I mean, like you put in a claim, they ain't paying crap.
Daytime TV sold you on a whole bunch of like. Did anybody here ever buy as seen on TV things?
Yeah.
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 That shit was very expensive. I mean, I was too young, but like,
But you know what's crazy is now you go to CVS or Walgreens or whatever those type of stores. They have those sections.
Yeah.
Like they have them all labeled as seen on TV,
Dude.
and you
Yep.
go check out the little latest gadgets they dropped on you.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
you know what they have more than I seen on TV that I seen that it's kind of like this taking it is they have featured on Shark Tank.
No way. That's
that's
a
thing.
thing now because that's a big thing to
thing.
have on your product. Because
Whoa.
I remember when I bought like a pack of what do you call them, the scrub daddies, the fucking little smiley fucking face
Those
scrub.
are great.
Yeah, like those that sit right there, like as seen on a Shark Tank, and I was like, what?
Hey, that's great marketing by Shark Tank for
Yeah.
to get them into those sections.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because I mean, people do geek off of the shit on TV. That's why they came up with infomercials in the first place.
Yeah.
Like
The commercial and the infomercial.
Did they all like all the Shark Tank like judges? Do they get cut in like?
If they buy into it.
Yeah.
Or
Only.
even if because I remember like even the what was it American Idol like if you made it to top 10 but you didn't win you still got managed by them.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
They got a 10% piece of your career.
Absolutely.
If you got locked in somewhere, or if they got you the deal.
That just kind of sounds like just in case your ass makes it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing though, like they're investing in you by putting you on that platform.
And they paid for that production.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's like they're gonna get theirs back in
That's
one way
fair.
or another.
That's fair.
Yeah.
If it's only something like a 10%, if you went from nothing to American Idol and you blew up,
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, and
Worth
that's
it.
and that's the case with most people is that like they go on American Idol to get the exposure,
Yep.
whether they win or lose. Some are in it to win it fully. Some know that they're not going to win it, but if they do a good showing, that their gigs might go up.
same
I
as
thought
Shark
20
Tank.
was. I thought 20 was the standard.
Say what?
I thought 20 was the standard, like 20%.
Ooh, no.
No. That's when you got managers who think who think they're worth 20%. But like if you're giving up 20%, they got to be bringing extra shit to the table. You know what I mean? Like they got to be bringing other deals that are worth a lot of money to like warrant that 20%.
Yeah, because I would say because back in the days when you guys were doing shit, a manager really had to know everybody. You didn't have this online connection.
Right.
So your manager, if he was linked in, that was worth
That
your
was
money.
everything, yeah.
Because he gave you the access you would never have. Today, you can do so much marketing and all this stuff on your own that are very hard for a manager to justify why he's taking 20% of your shit.
Yeah, they got to be like bringing like very top tier level deals to the table. Like Jay-Z type shit. To reference, like what that looks like for someone to like actually get 20% of this or that deal. It's got to be like shit that's way up there.
Yeah. That is true.
Yeah.
Like what they gotta like sign you, groom you, and write for you.
No, they don't got to do any of that.
Just
It's just bringing deals to the table that are like maybe impossible for others to get.
No,
Yeah.
but what
Because your network is so strong that like any opportunity that might come up for somebody in your lane, if your manager is locked in, whatever artist that manager might have has a head start on everybody, or an advantage.
what would justify a 20% for you? Not like for you, but I'm saying
Nothing.
like
Nothing.
Nothing, because we're not pop stars. We don't make. I mean, we make a lot of money, but we don't make pop star money. That's different. On a level of like Taylor Swift and Lady Gaga and people
Beyonce
like that, Beyonce, their managers might be inclined to get that 20% because they are bringing crazy deals. Like,
Hundreds
let's
of
just say, for example, with Rihanna, how she got what was it, Revlon or some shit like this, and then
It's their own line.
and then her own line eventually,
Yeah.
and then all these different things that come her way. That's her manager and agent bringing that.
yeah.
And they're making so much money to the opportunities that they bring her and work for her that yes, it would probably warrant that 20%. But anything under that, anything under the pop star level, 20% is asking a lot.
Especially in today's day. Shit. Like, again,
Oh, yeah.
back in the days, everything was different because we didn't have the technology. With the technology,
Yeah.
very hard.
If we were going to a management company and they were saying 20%, I'm like, okay, what kind of payday are you bringing me day one then?
Right.
Yep.
Because you got like show me where because
Right.
I know what we're worth without you.
Yeah.
What are you gonna add to the value of this that warrants us saying okay 20%?
It's got to be way above what you're making. So
Yes.
after you pay him, you're still way ahead.
Exactly.
That's it. Only way.
Exactly. So you young bucks learn this. Don't take 20%. Don't let them take 20%.
Hell
off
no.
the top.
No.
They got to earn that. Start them at like in between 7 and 10 and say, hey, listen, if you get me from A to Z in this amount of time, we'll talk about
Yeah, you
upping the
incentivize.
percentage.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's got to be like earning.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be earning that value because improving that value, improving a consistency on that value that I'm going to keep bringing you this top tier shit. And it's not a one-off just to get this percentage.
Yes.
Because if they do something spectacular and then it's, you know, they don't bring anything else, they got that percentage. You only got paid off of that one fucking thing.
Right. You got to make it make sense.
Yeah.
You have
dude.
to make it make sense.
Dude,
Makes sense.
I remember that when I was first looking for managers, like in the 2000s, this one management group hit me up and they wanted to manage my career for 25%. And they were like, and then they had this like in perpetuity like thing. So like anything they got me, like they had to pay, like I had to pay them that 25%
For the rest of your life.
for the rest of my life.
Wow.
And I
Yeah.
was like,
even
nah,
stuff,
homie.
even stuff they didn't get you.
Yes. Everything. And I was like, dude, you guys would have to
Can't-
have me be millionaire.
Yeah, you
at this
can't
point.
be signing no perpetuity contract with a
Nah,
fucking
man.
manager, agent, or any of those type of reps. It has to be a term
Yes.
so that you negotiate the next one or you negotiate out.
Yep.
You didn't say, oh yeah.
And I was like,
Oh,
oh, no.
no.
Oh, no.
He was like,
I
oh
know.
no,
Oh, no.
oh no.
No, and I was like, and they were like, man, they were trying to guilt me too. Like, man, we're about to get you some really good. I was like, dude, 25% is just a lot. And you're saying in perpetuity? Like, nah, man, that just doesn't ring right with me. That doesn't sound like you're wanting to work with me from the get. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, this is what it is. Like, nah, I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm on. Real quick, I want to say salute to the great King T who dropped in on the show today on Shade 45 that I promoted for last Friday.
Oh, right.
Sorry, Bobo, once again. Came up today, did the show with us, had an interview. He was talking about he's doing new music. So any King T fans out there, new music is going to pop off.
Is that Sway's partner?
No, that's King Tech.
Oh.
King Tech. different guy.
Technically, that's a King T too, but he never says his name is King T out of respect to King T. His shit is King Tech. And salute to Demrick, came and dropped some massive bars today on the show. Just killed it. It was bananas.
Called The Last Hour is dope.
Yeah, salute, man. And it's great to hear that King T's working on new music.
Yeah, that's definitely a good thing.
Yeah, we dropped one of the newer tracks that he had just recently dropped.
Did he say he
Thanks.
was doing one with Quick? Was that
I thought I heard him say that.
yeah, I thought you said it, and he said we're doing it already.
He said that they have some stuff
Okay.
working on, not exactly like an album, but
Gotcha.
they do have some stuff.
Yeah, because one of you guys said something like, "Oh, I'd love to see you again." He was like, "We're on it" or something.
Yeah.
We're doing it. Which
Oh
is
man, that's gonna be ridiculous because
Oh, yeah.
Quick is amazing and so is King T, man.
Do
Yeah.
you think that some of the OG rappers are getting that haven't rhymed in a while or haven't released anything in a while are getting the bug again?
Yeah, some of them. You know, because you hear a lot of the golden era artists coming out doing shit. You're like, fuck. You know, if you're still active or active enough, feel
Yeah.
like you got it. You're like, man, I need to put something in the game.
Yeah.
And so now we're hearing an influx of golden era artists getting active again, and some of it is like really great work.
Yeah.
I mean,
That lane is still open.
yes, it's never closed. It's
Never.
music. You
You
know?
think they had to see it go through like so many things that kind of become a parody for them to, for like a lot of the OGs to be like, you know what, man, this is a lot of bullshit going on. Let me fucking dust the shit out, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like from like like hip hop kind of like became very like a very parody genre, like to the point where it's not charting anymore. I mean, there's gonna be people that just do it for the actual like sport,
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and
yeah.
just for like their lyricists. But I feel like the reason it's not charting is because it kind of became parody. Like there's an outline to what kind of rapper you want to be, kind of like a fighter on Street Fighter, or there's kind of like an outline into like, hey man, you could be like this, you could be like that. There's no, and I feel like see so much of that kind of like just not that one, I don't want to say turned off a lot of people from it, but it's like it comes once again. It's the reason it's not charting anymore. You know.
One, I forgot the question. Two, that was the longest question ever. What did you ask in the first place?
I kind of forgot.
Wow.
That was like full
was that
circle.
what was I saying? Was it not valid though?
No, it was valid.
No, man.
It's
like,
just you didn't let anybody answer the question.
Yeah.
I was like
That was not
trying
good.
to stay on it. But
I remember it. Do you think that's what made a lot of the gold school?
Yes. Okay. So yes, I think part of that is true. E-Zone that they heard a lot of this mediocre shit. And was like, man, we got to fucking get busy and show these young motherfuckers how to do it.
Yeah.
Right. There is that contingent. And then there's the other ones that's not even on their radar. They don't give a fuck about what these young cats are doing or not doing. And they're just still creating. You know what I mean? They're creating in pockets of, whenever they decide they want to drop something. You know what I mean? But they're not necessarily paying attention to the mediocre shit that might be dropping. They're just in their own zone. So I think it's a little bit of both. People that are just dropping because they drop, whenever they drop, whether it's taking a long time or a short time in it. And then there's others that are like listening to the game thinking, man, this shit is fucked up. We need more good music. So I'm going to put my efforts in.
Yeah.
So, question: did you guys talk about that track? What the fuck is the name? Rubber bands or something, or rubber something? Is that
AI song?
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to ask. Did you guys ever talk about that track?
We didn't, but like
Okay.
it
You know
feels
which
it
one?
feels like an AI song.
It does. That's why I want to know what you guys thought of the sound.
And homie is fighting it, not fighting it, but like saying
Denying.
it's not AI, but it seems like
Bro,
AI.
everything about it is
You talk about the Phoenix
yes,
Flex,
Phoenix
right?
Flex, there you go. So
that's
just so
crazy.
you know, they asked him to do it. Like they were like, people are doubting it. So when he went to do it to prove it, he didn't even do the fucking words right. He was like, what was he saying? I can't sleep. Not I can't sleep at night. He said that wrong. So and it didn't even sound anything like it.
See, this is the thing though, is that you got to know your songs if you're going to try to play them, and you want to disprove that was AI. You should learn the song the way that the song rolls out, so that when you go to disprove it, looks like you're telling the truth.
Yeah. He was saying can't speak through the night instead of sleep.
I
He's like, can't speak through the night. Didn't even know the word.
But you can't just jump in if you've never done or attempted to do like any kind of like melodic singing at all. Like if you've been listening to Shoreline Mafia, which I have like for like a cool minute, and then when they broke up and everybody started doing their own shit, there was never any hint or any way where you're like, oh, you know what, Phoenix is trying some shit with his vocals and doing some crazy melodies. So when they asked him to do it live and the microphone was off, or like when you ask him, when they asked him in certain interviews about the track, the recording track, they're just like, yo, who has that? They're like, oh, my producer. It's just, what did you use? And he didn't even know what to fucking answer, bro. Like,
But some of them, in their defense, some hip hop artists might not know that shit, and that's legit. That doesn't make it whatever, because he doesn't know how that was done. Everything about that song just sounds like fucking AI.
But it's a good song, though.
It is.
Hey,
It's not bad.
but listen, E-Zone, you made a point earlier that was spot on. Like if you're gonna make a song that's like a melodic song, it's easy to pop it off in the studio if it's your first time doing it. It's not that easy, but like you could get it.
Right.
It's actually like going to play that song live. Can you get it?
Oh man.
You know what I mean? That you have to rehearse and get the shit down so that if you're singing any sort of melody, even if it's the most simplistic melody and easiest one, you still got to be able to get there live, and you can't do that on a run if you're not practicing that shit.
Like when you did rock shit, the reason I think it worked is because you had attempted to do it before. And then even then with like Cypress tracks, there's like certain tracks where you guys went and on some rock shit and have experimented like that. So I think that like, there's other reasons too why you were kind of like a great fit to like, like the rock groups you've been in. But like with Prophets, it's like, it was such an easy fit because you've already done it in both like aspects, whether it's by yourself or you've done it with the Kush branch off, or you've done it. It's like you've attempted. It's not just like, hey, you know what? We're gonna give it 6 months.
And he
Hero's
grew
gonna
up
be
to
in
it.
the studio and he's gonna fucking get his rock voice down. It's like people kind of already had it. Like you heard your attempt and it was a good attempt before. So it was a great fit
Yeah, well-
because of that.
Well, this is why people are maybe questioning his attempt, because they're like you said, you've been listening to Shoreline for all this time, and they've never once tried something like that. So this is like out of the fucking blue. And then when he's been asked to perform it, he hasn't necessarily hit it on the head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, people are going to question until they hear him do it live like the way that it's supposed to be. When they hear it live, if it is live, they'll accept it and be like, hey, finally fucking did it.
Right.
Until then, they're going to constantly question,
Right.
especially with AI looming all over the goddamn place.
Yeah, man.
I can tell you this. The bars that Demrick dropped today, those were not AI.
Never are.
Real-time bars happening from a real rapper who takes this shit serious.
Yeah.
Serious? So serious? I was trying to do Jermaine.
Yeah, almost. It was
That's
there.
close.
Like it was on the cusp of it.
It was right. It's next door neighbor. Next door neighbors.
In the vicinity.
In the vicinity. A block away around the corner.
Like right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Hey, back to the whole AI thing. Like, if he would have admitted just from the beginning that it was AI, do you think that he could have even got that a deal with the app that he used it
Oh
with?
yeah, man.
Yeah, like
if he would have been honest about it and just said, yeah, you know what, we did. It was AI.
Yeah.
Like
That
Yeah,
part.
they would have been
like-
fine.
Yeah,
that part
100%.
because then it would have like made it like a thing, a known thing to the people that creating the AI.
Yeah.
Hey, he's open to that.
Yeah.
Let's hit him up. Like the way people were trying to fuck with that digital art, the
NFT shit.
NFT shit.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't too many people open to that, so nobody approached those people. But look, and I hate to use this reference, but it's real as fuck. Snoop Dogg was open to that field, and they came at him, and he took every NFT opportunity he could.
Yes.
It all went to shit, but I'm saying, you know what I mean? If you open yourself up, motherfuckers will come too.
Mm-hmm.
Denial, motherfuckers are going to call you on it and be like,
Oh, yeah.
no.
Dude, it's accountability. People would like 100% appreciate the accountability of just saying like, yeah, you know what? I used AI and it worked out. And I don't know how I did this. I mean, that was all we used AI for that part. There's no way anyone could be like, you're full of shit if you just came with
And
that
that's
truth.
the new form of denial. That wasn't me. That was AI.
Right.
Oh, that part,
yeah.
on that.
Saying something.
Yeah, dude.
I think
Definitely.
someone AI'd that. That
Yeah.
wasn't me walking in the park with a crack pipe.
AI slop, bro. That
yeah,
wasn't
for
me.
real. Somebody did that in multiple videos with me.
Yeah, crack
You had a
pipes.
crack pipe, huh?
I hate
Yeah.
When did you start
I
that?
believe it.
Nah, people were just fucking making videos for a while on Sora, and then I was like, all right, you guys can't use my image no
You're
more.
too thick for crack. You know what I'm saying?
Crack is something else, bro.
I've seen fat
Maybe
crackheads,
coke, but-
yeah, I've seen some fat crackies. literally.
I've seen a couple of
Yeah.
fat crackheads,
never
but
got-
they were new in the game.
Yeah,
That's
this-
why they
I
weren't.
mean,
old school crackheads.
Yeah, old
were
school
yes,
crackheads could be fat, bro. Like mechanic
completely different.
crackheads.
Yes.
Like those fools are legit, bro.
They'd have a legit job. These
There
guys
was
would
never-
work jobs like the old school crackhead that I know. Don't get me wrong. You had your pookies and your people out on the street all day, no matter what, because that's all they wanted to do. But then you had people who were using it like Adderall. Who
Yeah.
were literally.
I knew a
smoking
guy
crack.
like that.
I swear, same.
Yeah, I knew a
Smoking
mechanic
crack to
like
go to
that.
work.
dude.
I knew a truck driver like that. I knew a truck driver like that. Bobo, you with us? All right, cool.
dude.
There was a truck driver, right, who lived in the neighborhood that I was gangbanging and all that shit, and he'd come buy crack from a couple of guys, right? And when I would talk to him now and then, and he was older than most of us, so he'd be like just telling his game, and he didn't seem like the type to use crack. And somebody, serious, like
Oh,
he
man.
didn't
Wouldn't
look,
know.
he didn't look like a crackhead, right? Because he was like ripping. He was a
Yeah.
big dude. He looked healthy and shit like this. And one of the guys asked him one day, like, "Hey, man, why you smoke this shit? What do? You don't look like you should." He goes, "Oh, I'm a truck driver. I'm using it
Exactly.
because my back's fucked up because
Wow.
I had a bad accident just last year." And I was like, what was the accident? And he was talking about that he was on the Long Beach Freeway, the 710, and he was going northbound, and it was in the middle of the day, and this lady, it seems like my shit is real zoomed in, doesn't it?
It is.
Because I'm leaning forward. Yeah. All right. Anyway, he was rolling north on the 710, and it was like afternoon, like happy hour, right? And so as he's rolling, he's kind of noticing in his on the driver's side in the left lane, in the fast lane, that there's this lady speeding up, and she's kind of swerving, right? And he's noticing that she's swerving in, like close to the trailer, and she's driving fast, and she's in a convertible, and she fucking swerved so far in, she ends up going under the trailer.
Oh.
Ooh.
And then flipping the trailer over. Lady gets decapitated.
Damn.
And the whole truck turns over. He breaks his back on that. And that was his entry to, smoking crack, because he didn't want to smoke. He didn't want to take any pharmaceuticals.
Wow.
He didn't want to take any pills, so he took to the crack for some reason instead of the weed. And that's how his entry was. Now, you want to know the fucking crazy part of this story? Aside from that this lady's head was chopped off from going under the trailer. Like, once she went under the trailer, she couldn't control the car anymore, and trailer lopped her fucking head off and flipped both the trailer and the car and the cab, meaning the truck, right?
Sucks.
So when he told me this story, I actually told him the day that it happened. I said, "Hey, did that happen, blah, 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 this year?" And he said, "Yeah, why?" I said, "Because I was going fucking southbound on the freeway, and I saw your truck flipped over. I saw something covered yards away from the truck and the car. And what I saw was the lady's head covered. She was driving some kind of white convertible something. And I was seeing when they were, because everything was slowed up, so you could see most of the shit. I was seeing when they were pulling him out of the cab, tripped him out. He didn't know I had seen that accident.
That's wild.
Wild shit.
Wow.
Truckers back then were just straight amphetamines, whatever it was, crack, meth.
Oh, trucker speed,
the
dude.
Toothpicks,
That was a thing.
The toothpicks, meth toothpicks, anything, bro.
Dude, I remember hearing that there was
Crack, coke, meth.
there was a difference between speed and then trucker speed. Like, speed was cleaner than the trucker speed. The trucker speed was meant to be like super duper for these cats that had to make these insanely long drives, So I always used to trip, like, when someone would be like, "Oh, dude, it's cool speed, not like trucker speed." I was like, "What do you mean not trucker speed?"
And what do you mean cool speed?
Yeah, like, all right, well.
Speed doesn't sound as bad though, man.
The word?
Yeah, the word is
Of course.
compared to like let's smoke some meth.
Meth is a
dope.
way more
that's
tinted.
very
Yeah.
But like speed sounds like, well, how much speed,
Yeah.
Speed
How
was
fast do we smoke?
Yeah.
How fast we going?
speed was
Yeah, man. That shit is, you don't see that as much. It still exists with certain drivers out there, but
They're not, so they'll get tested random.
Yeah.
bro.
Oh yeah,
They
for
lose
sure.
it.
I mean, if you got an independent company, is where you get away with that. But like, if you got
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah, you're done.
You're done.
But
They do random.
But mostly, they try to safeguard the drivers from not having to do shit like that by now. Like, you can only drive 8 hours, and you have to log
Oh, yeah.
time, the 8-hour drive. Then you have to log how many hours
You slept.
you slept.
Yep.
And the buses now, some of them, like the trucks and buses from certain companies, have this technology where the truck or bus will stop running after a certain time,
Oh, yeah, they
and it
kill
won't turn on for those
amount of hours.
amount of hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's digital now. Like their logbooks,
Yep.
most of them are all digital. But if you don't keep it, like, back in the days, they would drive for 2 days straight. Easy. That's why they needed the
yeah.
speed. They would just stay up, drive across country.
And
on it.
before it
yeah.
went into the the technology, the digital era, whatever, people were
Making their logbooks.
baking their logbooks,
Oh yeah.
They sure did.
because who was going to check and who was going to disprove?
Yeah. Our pilots, like our military, until I don't know how many years ago, they called them greens and whatever else, but they were giving our pilots speed and the soldiers back in the days, World War II, amphetamines, straight up amphetamines.
That shit had to have hit though, huh?
Stay alert.
Oh, definitely, because it was pure.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, yeah, because
It was good.
the government always stepped in and wanted to patent all the fucking good shit before, so that way it can control it.
Yeah. For those just signing in, Ice-T will be joining us at the top of the hour, so please bear with us. Salute to the triple, quadruple OG for taking the time to come up here. And salute to Henji for bringing him up here. Henji was here last week with Surrealist.
And
With Namek.
Oh, Namek, sorry.
Yeah, Namek. He was here with Namek.
Yeah, with Namek. Namek bust them bars out, too.
Yeah, he got bars, man. That new song with the Get Down with Planet Asia is really dope.
yeah.
Go check it out.
Yeah.
I played it on Sirius Radio.
You know what? We should get Namek to come up. When we come back, we should get Namek to come up to Shade 45 and bust some bars out.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Because he is just all about it.
Yeah, he got style, man.
But we do got to get Surrealist up here, too.
Woo, that dude for
Get him
sure.
over here. Salute to all y'all locked in with us right now. You know what I mean? We're very glad that you could be here. Show's going to be on hiatus for a couple weeks while Eric Bobo and I are on tour with Cypress Hill, busting it out.
yeah,
I don't even know what to call this tour that we're doing. I don't know if there's a name, but we got a number of shows popping up. We start off in Montreal, right? Or Quebec?
Quebec City.
Quebec City.
Yeah, get Quebec and then Ottawa, and then we go back to Canada for some more shows.
How did Bolton pronounce Quebec? Was it Quebec?
Quebec.
Yeah,
Quebec.
I would say Quebec, and I would have done.
Yeah, say
You know,
Quebec.
if I didn't know it in English.
Yeah, but you know it.
Right, of course.
So it's not
For
Quebec.
sure.
No,
At this age in my life, yeah, he should have known that.
no, it's not Quebec.
Yeah.
It's
Quebec.
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 I would've
It's
said
almost like, okay, so like Ray, you know, when you would see que, right, in Spanish, how's it spelled?
QUE.
Right. So it's the same thing.
Órale.
And you would say que, right?
Yes.
Not que or
Quebec.
que.
Wait, pasa.
Que. Quebec.
Where?
They say Quebec in New York, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they
Quebec?
pronounced it wrong.
Yep.
Oh,
They
no,
pronounced
for sure.
it wrong.
Like
Yeah, I'm not
Queens.
saying it's right. I'm just telling you they do definitely
Mario.
say.
What would Queens?
Quebec.
Mario.
Hey, you know, we all mispronounce some shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that Mario.
Yeah, that's
Mario.
how,
Man.
that's
Mario
how Blaze
C,
says
you
it. He
can't
says
front on
Mario.
Yeah.
Mario.
Ask Mario C how people called his name.
Mario.
Yeah, I know it Mario, but we're here. It's Mario.
Oregon.
Yeah, but
Oregon.
but out here in Cali, it would be Mario
Yeah, oh for sure.
instead of
But
Mario.
in New York, they're all Marios. That's
It's
for
like
sure.
Mario.
Mario.
It's almost like Mary with an O. Mario.
Mario.
Hey, yo, Mario.
Mario.
And over here, it's Mar,
Yeah.
like Bill Mario. Yeah. Oh man.
Hey, what's the cutoff age for you for touring, B? Is there like is there an age where you guys are like, you know what?
what
There
a
can't be an over the hill tour. Like
I don't know, man.
You know, to be honest, I always told myself that I was going to retire from touring at 55.
really?
Really? So this is it. This is it.
Yeah.
Is this it?
I mean,
I don't think it's that.
I don't know. I don't know. about that.
I don't think it's.
I'm sure that the Rolling Stones told themselves that at 55. Listen, mate, I don't know how much longer we can go, but you know,
I would say shit. If you love what you do it until the music is compromised. Like if you're out there one day and you listen back and you're like, man, that ain't it. That's the day you start
yeah,
touring.
that's
You know what
that
I'm
would
saying?
be it for me. Like if
Yep.
like if it came to the point where I could not deliver it on the level that
Yeah.
I know that it needs to be, where I need to be, then that'll be it for me. But like if I could keep doing it and I still love doing it, that's the thing. You have to still love doing it, right? When it becomes the gig, the job, oh man, I fucking don't want to go do this. That's when it's over, really.
Yeah.
You ain't said the words, but that's when it's really over. Like when you're tired of doing it.
Yeah.
And right now, you know, I get so much work that I could totally be tired of doing it. Like, fuck this shit, man.
Right.
But I'm not, because even though I may be overwhelmed at times with the amount of work that comes in. I still love doing it.
That part.
Yeah, I mean, I still love, going out there and performing stuff like that. I just never wanted to be, at that age where they have to help me to get to my instrument,
Yeah.
and people are looking at me like, oh man, I remember when he was younger, man, he used to kill it up there, but pobrecito, look at him.
Oh yeah,
Like, you know, wheelchair and
Yeah.
shit, man.
You know,
I
like-
don't-
Fuck, bro. Like, that sucks, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want that.
like if it was beating me down, then I would not fucking
Yeah,
do it
yeah.
because I don't want anyone to be like feeling like, damn man,
The retirement tour?
I remember when.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Remember when is the lowest form of community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I saw like the, I see James Brown, and he couldn't do the splits. He was
Okay,
old.
That was it. But listen, if he hadn't attempted to do the splits, you wouldn't even gave a shit. It's the fact that he tried it, right?
Couple hits
Well,
of crack,
I
he
kind of
would've done
like,
it.
the thing is, I kind of wanted to see the James Brown
What?
that I've been seeing on TV.
Dude, he's old.
See,
give him a crack
you're
pipe.
selfish.
Agreed.
And that's what I wanted. I wanted.
At
You
70
wanted that.
years old, you
Damn,
wanted
dude.
James Brown to be busting out a split.
he could have died,
pretty
bro.
wild.
That's like someone saying, I want Bobo to be able to play with his hands around his other side of his back like he used to and do
Yeah.
the little Michael Jackson spin with the little Jerry Crow perm he had. That's
How dare
I
you.
mean, and at
His old
least,
balls would get caught under his leg or something like that. Fuck everything up.
but the thing is that the way that he attempted it was just like, it was really off. It was like that commercial. That commercial when
Dude, he's
he said,
70
I,
years
I
old.
feel I feel great, you know what I mean? And he does like a half an inch vertical, jump.
Yeah.
He did the splits like that. I'm like, come on, James, if you're not gonna do the splits right, don't do it.
Is there a 70-year-old that's out there really putting a split down, though? Like,
Shut
yeah.
Yeah.
There's some 70-year-olds that put it down like that. It's just you don't fucking see them. You gotta look for it.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Listen, don't sleep. There's some fit 70-year-olds out
no
there.
doubt.
sure.
But I'm saying, like, the physicality of, like, doing a split, bro. Like, just, like, at 70 years old, when your bones are just, like, like, I'm not saying brittle, but, like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
There you
well,
go,
they
right
start
there.
to become more brittle.
I mean, you're 30-something. You can't do this.
That's never been an intention of mine. I'm pretty
should
sure.
be.
I'm pretty sure if I had been doing it since I was like, or trying since I was like 15 or 13, like I'd have it down. But come on, at 70 years old, even if he used to do them regularly, like, come on.
My father.
Look at her. That's not AI. That's a real picture.
Yeah,
right
my
there.
dad's 75. He runs 5 miles still every day. So
she
you
is-
can be
she
in good
is
shape and
ninja.
Keep the shit up.
He's G'd up, son.
Brad,
He's
hell yeah.
keeping
Yeah.
that cardio working.
I mean, as long as you can keep on doing whatever your job is, as long as
Yeah.
you can keep on doing it to the maximum of your ability, you should stay in.
and that you want to do it.
and that you
Yes.
want to do it.
It's not because you need the bag.
Right.
No.
Like, let's just say you're secure because here that is the thing, right? Some bands keep working because they have to. Some bands work because they want to.
Titanium hips.
If it depending on who you are, right? So the Rolling Stones, they got so much money they don't really have to. Most of the time it's because they want to. There you go. There goes a 70-year-old flexing on you.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, look at that.
It all
Look at
depends
that.
on the
Just
person.
look at that.
Fuck.
That's Cali Blaze's dad right
Yeah.
there. He's getting his
That's
fucking
agility,
workout
bro.
on. There you
Never
go.
that.
stop doing it.
That's it.
Dude,
Look at that.
first of all,
That's that's he's showing what he's doing to your grandma. Then.
Oh,
Dig her up first.
Oh, damn. Double whammy.
all those
Dig her
people
up.
used to be ninjas, bro.
Bobo's imagining this right now.
Yeah.
I just saw it in his eyes.
I did.
Did. I'll give you the
Wow.
shovel. I'll bring the shovel. You dig her up.
Wow.
Those guys were monks, bro.
Did it give you a visual?
Yeah, it sure
so
did,
sorry.
man. I'm like, fuck.
A little bit. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that. Really.
But
Sure.
like you go into Chinatown and you see
Chinese.
a lot. Yes, you do. But you see some of the older ones, working, walking, and doing their little stretches and walking around and looking fit. You know,
Hands
So
behind their back and shit.
it is all possible. Beating themselves up. Letting them arms fell around or whatever. But they looking fit. It it can work.
Yes.
People at the asylum are asking Bobo to drop down into a splits right now.
Go for
Dude,
it.
it's, ah!
Sciatica.
I got
you know,
100.
no.
I got 100 on it right now.
Be
Say
screaming.
you something, man.
He's
That's-
go-
no.
He's gonna be screaming like James Brown.
Hey, man, like,
that would have been the permanent sciatica right there.
hey, the
Yeah.
splits, man. That you know, like, you know, because Prince had to have double hip replacement there
Because of the
balls.
splits.
because he was jumping off speaker columns and doing splits and heels and like doing them repeatedly. You know what I mean? Like,
Like walking off like nothing.
and just
Yeah.
being like, yeah, you know. And then after a while, it was like,
How does a man do that? I'm not even joking, and not crush his balls? Like, if you split,
He figured out. He
they
figured
tuck
out.
him or tape him or something?
know.
Like, what the fuck's going on?
Probably a cup.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you know, he's wearing
you can't
like.
jump off a stage and land on you.
Well, think about it, right? Like when you're playing sports, they always tell you to wear the fucking jock strap so your balls are intact, right? But now they make the kind of underwear that fucking do that for you, right? He was wearing pants like that.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Kevlar.
Super.
Highly,
Yeah.
highly supported fucking pants.
yeah.
So he
And
could
just
do
running
this.
around doing whatever he
running around doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do, man.
The ball split too.
for sure.
Yeah.
He said,
Well, listen, he needed hip replacements. Who knows? He just hid stuff really well.
yeah, man.
I mean, he might have hurt himself a couple times doing that shit, and you would never know because he fucking storms off like, you know, strutting even
yeah.
like nothing because, you know, you don't show your cards if you're Prince.
Do they really know how old he was? You know how he
Wasn't
never fucking admitted that shit?
Wasn't he 60-something?
I think he was like 62 or something.
Yeah.
Because every interview, he's like, you never,
58.
you don't believe in birthdays and shit.
I don't believe in birthdays.
Yeah, I was like,
Well, that's because he was a Jehovah's Witness at the end.
What?
Oh, yeah, and they don't do that. Right?
Yeah, they don't celebrate
But
birthdays
that was
or
after
holidays.
years of celebrating it.
Yeah, but you know the year you came out. It's
Yeah.
documented, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this ain't like the
Come on.
1800s.
But see, that's
man.
the thing, though. Prince would play that game with people. I'm going to make you guess everything when you think about me.
Yep.
And that was his genius. That, like,
Mystique.
yes, the mystique. It's like you could not really.
You couldn't put it like like a pin on him, you know what I mean? Because like he had so much mystique about him. Like,
Yeah, you could not figure this dude out.
no, and that was
Or his magic.
part of it, you know what I mean? That's the allure to being, you know, a fan.
Yeah, you couldn't figure out him or his magic.
walking in heels gotta be hard.
I would imagine it is, but
I
he
guess a
made
man.
it. He made it look easy. Shit.
Yeah, he was doing dances and splits and jumping off, amps and he was just out there doing it, but just
Because just putting on dress shoes sucks sometimes.
Yeah. Well,
How
you know,
about-
he was trying to get a little height because he was a little kind of short dude. So
Kind of. He was like 5'1" or 5'2".
5'2".
5'2". There you go. Very
He
short.
was like Ray's height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally like 5'1". 5'2".
yeah, close.
damn, he's all 5'3", buddy.
This is 5'3" on mine, man. Don't be putting me at
Without
Ain't no be
legs.
putting me no 5'2",
Without
bro.
legs.
5'2".
Without heels.
Without,
Wow.
damn.
Oh, that's like
think
gold.
it was
So,
what-
so it's safe to say that with a hip replacement, you can no longer do the splits, or they advise you not to.
Maybe your hip is stronger, so you could do it.
Maybe.
But
Yeah.
you still got to worry about that knee if it lands wrong. You shattering that fucking kneecap
It's wheelchair town if you fuck.
or the side of the knee.
Man,
They finally changed that procedure. Like, knee replacement was, and most of them still doing the old, but there's something called the Jiffy knee. My aunt just had it done. But the new,
Jiffy
no,
knee.
yeah, literally, that's the guy who did it. I think Dr. Patel, something, no lie, came up with this procedure. What I don't get is how did they not figure this out a long time ago? They used to cut, I think, the tendon, the ligament that's right on the top part of the knee. They would take it off, put the new one in, then stitch that back. And the big recovery was that major tendon or whatever healing. Now, I'm not sure exactly how, but they don't cut that. They basically lift it, pop the knee out from the side, and put a new one. Yeah, there we go, a new knee in from the side so they don't cut the tendon. So it's no, bro, my aunt who had it done is very overweight. 2 days after the surgery, she was on there. They give you a bike at home, a recovery bike. She was walking the next day. My mother had it done 5 years ago. Oh, bro, 2 months of misery. It took her like 7-8 months.
Yeah, they want
but
you
the
to
first
get
2 months was bad.
They want you to get on him immediately
Yeah,
because if
now
you
with
spend,
that procedure.
Yeah, because if you spend any time slacking,
Yeah.
the longer it takes for you to fucking rehab it.
We.
Why'd you feel the need to mention your aunt was overweight?
because she was able to get back on her feet that quick.
Is that the reason she had to get the surgery?
It doesn't help.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro, you carrying around a lot.
Ooh,
of
look
weight.
at that.
Look at
This
that,
is not
buddy.
his
Yeah,
own.
well, definitely.
I was just like, why'd you throw her under the bus for no reason
for
and
that.
shit?
Yeah, no, that's the and to make a point that somebody that's overweight with all that load to bear on their ankles or knee, was
yeah.
doing good in 2 days. So I'm just saying.
Do you know fools be dying from like they have sleep apnea? I didn't know that shit
Yeah.
could kill you.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
Choke.
Nah, I didn't know. I mean, well, I don't have it, thank God. But I'm saying like as I was hearing like some podcasts and they were just like, oh yeah, some fool died. He forgot to put his mask on. And I
Well,
was
if you got it really bad, it could.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's if you sleep on your back.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what I mean?
what other way is there to sleep?
On your
What
side.
do you mean? People side,
side?
stomach, any other way
Side,
but your
stomach.
back?
But your
Is
back.
it not good to sleep on your back?
If you
I
got
know, that's
sleep
the best.
apnea,
Oh,
if you don't
okay.
have
Oh, yeah.
it, then you're
Right.
fine. But if you do have it, then yeah, it's pretty dangerous, especially if you're doing any kind of fucking drugs like fucking lean or
Yeah, that slows you
code,
down.
you know, codeine, anything that slows your shit down.
Lean
That's how Pimp C died.
Yeah.
Apparently, you know what I'm saying? He had that he had sleep apnea and I think he was doing some lean or some shit like this, and you know, if you sleep wrong, it's a done deal. That's why, like, if you have sleep apnea, you either get the mask or you fucking sleep on your side or your stomach. So, you know, there's that. But some people get the mask because they want to sleep on the back, which is cool.
The best position for your body
It is.
is on your back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sleep on my back.
Yeah, you should. Sleeping on your stomach is the worst.
I know, dude.
Like if I accidentally like do that, I'll wake up. If I'm on my stomach, sometimes my whole body is in
Hurts.
pain. Yep, it's bad. Like
We
yeah,
sleep on the side.
Yeah. You just got to get used to sleeping with a mask on if you're going to sleep on your stomach.
You gotta sleep like the villain from Batman.
You got to feel like, yeah,
You gotta sleep like Bane.
yeah, like Bane. But I would imagine that it's easier then with the mask because you don't get that stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when it wakes you up.
Have you ever heard someone with bad sleep apnea?
Yeah, for
oh
sure.
My
Oh,
God,
yeah.
bro. One of my
Toured with
best
someone.
friends, again, want to talk about weight. This motherfucker's fat, okay? Big. 320 and probably like 6'3".
He's like 3 plates.
Bro, bigger, yeah, because he's taller. But yeah, he's like 330. Yo, and this dude would, before he got that mask, he'd be upstairs. Like you come over the house, his wife, yeah, he's sleeping. You can hear it. Bro, he was basically dying, choking. You would hear like gasping for air, go quiet, like nothing. And then all of a sudden you just hear like this deep breath and then choking.
That's
and
because their
it was-
shit stopped.
Dude, it was just scary. I'm like, he seems like that all the time. She's like, yeah. He finally started wearing that mask because she recorded it. And when he heard it, he was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
It's
no, that's
scary.
yeah, it is scary.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, Joey Diaz had to get that surgery in his nose. He has 2 straws in there now
Yeah.
to make sure he gets air.
Yeah, it's really the blockage, the passage right
Two
there.
straws?
Yeah, 2 metal
straws.
straws. Yeah, like they fucking they rip this cartilage right here,
He could do any kind
That
of
should
coke
be his
now.
name now. It's Two Straws.
and they pretty much put like a canal,
Titanium canal,
which is
son.
like a you're right, a titanium canal, and which is basically a little straw, and you're able to go.
yeah, man.
For real.
You know, for a guy who like him who had done like fucking hella like yay in his career,
Yep.
it's kind of the irony about it is like, oh, and you ended up with 2 straws in your nose.
That is ironic.
Yeah.
2 straws. That could be his alias name, like you said.
Two straws?
Yeah. I mean,
Joey
good.
Diaz, aka Two Straws.
He'd like it because he used to do blow a lot, so he'd think that's a cool name. Yeah, they call me Two Straws.
They call me Two Straws.
2 straws.
Did you know? It's National Fried Chicken Day.
Fried chicken.
Oh, man.
I fucked some up from Gus's fried chicken right now. You ever had
Stomach
Gus's
can't
fried
do it
chicken?
no more.
I've not had Gus's.
What about Pioneer fried chicken?
Yeah, back in the day.
It's still around.
It's still around, but I haven't had it in a long time.
I had it not all that long ago. The Pioneer chicken that's Benice LA.
How was it?
It's pretty
It was
good.
good.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was good.
Right on.
They still
Pioneer
get-
chicken was really good.
Pioneer
I just
chicken.
can't eat it.
Pioneer
Gizzards,
Pioneer is good.
Yeah, they did
Gus's
have good-
fried chicken is good.
Where's Gus's at?
Gus's is right there on Crenshaw and Pete. What is it? No,
Pico.
yeah, Crenshaw and Pico. Yeah, it's really
Word.
good though. It's a little low key. Yeah. And
All
then
right.
Korean fried chicken is good too.
Cool. Did you know? It's National Hand Roll Day.
Oh, those
Shouldn't be joints a part of the hand roll?
Those are bomb too.
Joints and
I
blunts.
just don't like seaweed, bro. I do shit with soy paper because I just don't like that
I
seaweed.
like soy paper too.
But
Some
I
things
do.
I'll take the seaweed on, but most
Yeah.
times soy paper.
Seaweed just makes it taste good though.
I don't like the seaweed taste and texture. I'm just not
Is it
into
too?
it.
Is it too salty?
Yeah, it's just too seaweedy. I'm like,
Yeah, it's too
seaweed, yeah.
like gamey for
It
like
tastes
seaweed.
like what it looks like.
Yeah.
See, I like it on some things, and other things I want the soy paper.
I love that. shit, dude.
I eat it, as a snack.
That's chips, right?
Yeah,
The-
people.
Yeah, those are
exactly.
good.
The
Those
sheet.
little
With
dry
the
ones,
chile?
the little sheets.
Have you had it with the
Salty,
pepper?
sea
Yeah.
salt.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just
it's bomb.
good, dog.
Yeah, it's good for you, man. Did you know it's National Air Traffic Control Day? Salute to all the air traffic controllers. Keep your shit tight, man.
Hey, and thank you for being there.
Yeah,
Yeah. Keep your
Yeah.
eyes open.
yeah. Keep your
head
eyes
to,
open on the flight, man.
like Earth, Wind, and Fire. Keep your head to the sky.
That's right.
You guys just smoke those fools out after so many trips you guys have taken.
Word. No,
Yeah.
we don't want them high, man.
No, not on the
After-
job.
after
Yeah,
they
like,
work.
you know,
Yeah, maybe after they
Christmas
work.
party and shit. You know.
They got the night off. All good. Word up. Did you know it is the birthday of the Dalai Lama, born on this day in 1935?
Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama.
Damn, Nobel Peace Prize winner.
Yeah.
Didn't he get canceled recently?
Dolly Emu.
No.
I mean, I could be wrong.
I mean,
Who's
people
gonna-
were trying to say some crazy shit on him, but I
That's-
mean,
yeah, that's
you
what I
can't really
remember.
cancel the Dalai Lama.
Vomit up.
Did you know in 1964 the Beatles film A Hard Day's Night premiered?
They've been working like a dog.
Yes.
Dude, Beatlemania was real.
Like a
Yep.
dog.
Imagine how long that sign took to make.
I mean, these guys showed everybody the way. How to be,
Pop
pop
stars.
stars, rock stars. Yeah,
World stars, yeah.
The first in sync, bruh.
the first boy band.
Acid
Yeah.
stars.
I mean, that as they evolved, man, they changed the landscape of music.
They sure did. They, man, they defined what it is like for a lot of music now.
You never
To,
met.
to be an artist, like
Yes.
straight up.
You never met any of them, B-Roll? Any other Paul
Mm,
McCartneys?
No, I have not met any of the Paul McCartneys that I can recall. No Ringos.
My father went to
Je-
school with number
Je-
6.
Definitely not John.
George.
I've never met George. Nope, can't say that I met any Beatles,
No.
but I love them. Did you know in 1971 we lost the late great Louis Armstrong? Rest in peace. I was 1 year old. B.
The size
Damn.
you could inflate his cheeks was.
I was like, you were born in 1901.
My
No.
great grandfather's
No, he passed
1896.
away in 1971.
That's the first date I saw. I was like,
Oh.
what? Yeah, I'm
I was
stoned.
not created back then. My
None of us were.
machinery doesn't go back that far. Did you know it is the birthday of Charisma, born on this day in 1973?
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, Peanut Butter Wolf and
Yeah.
Charisma had a really dope album that was on Hollywood Records.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you know it is the birthday of 50 Cent? Happy
Boy.
birthday, born on this day in 1975.
Wow.
Damn.
51,
I
huh?
was 51 years old, man.
Shout out
Crazy.
Curtis.
Word up. Did you know in 1977 Rhyme Fest was born? Happy
Oh,
birthday, Rhyme Fest.
Excellent MC.
Indeed. Did you know it is the birthday of comedian Kevin Hart, born on this day in 1979?
Wow.
Remember when he crashed his car?
Yep. Big old muscle car.
Hey, why
The
did
one
he-
at that canyon was like they told him not to go up there and drive like that, and that fool was like, "No, it's cool."
They told him not to drive that car too, because it was like straight up big ass muscle car.
Hey, what was it about? Like, he had some vegan restaurants that he had open, and then they just closed.
Art's
all
House?
of it? Yeah.
Failed.
Sometimes it happens. Listen, most business managers will tell you not to get involved in investing in restaurants of
Yeah.
any kind. Maybe like a quick spot, a pizzeria, some shit like that, something easy, but no restaurants, because those
Yeah.
things have, very rarely do they survive unless they got crazy financial backing to take them and marketing to take them through the wave of the ups and downs to survive. Well, you're building your brand up, and hopefully you win some people over. It's the hardest game.
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong on this, Cali Boy?
100%. And that's one of those things like people like if you're not a restaurateur, that's not your
Yes.
life and business. Don't just open it because you're
Yeah.
famous. Because yes, people will come on the grand opening. They'll come
Yep.
for the first couple weeks.
Yep.
And then after that, it's just like every other restaurant. You need to be able to keep them there. And people forget. They came for you once, but they're coming back for I hate to tell you, the food is not always it. Service outweighs the quality of the food, the experience.
And the
That's what I said.
consistency, yeah.
The experience outweighs the actual quality of the food. I hate to say that, but it's true. Decor, vibe, DJs, location, all of those play major factors in why a restaurant's going to be successful or not successful. So just being famous don't mean you're going to be able to open up a restaurant.
True that. First 3 weeks, exactly like you said, that you'll have people come, but like after that, you got to show and prove. Can you be consistent? Is the service going to be quality and top notch every time? And like, is your kitchen popping?
That is true. I remember when J-Lo opened up her restaurant in Pasadena, and it was hot for that first couple of days, and then
What kind of restaurant was it?
it was a Cuban restaurant.
Cuban restaurant.
And
That's when she was married to this chef.
Yeah.
And she was investing in his dreams. He was a chef, but not what Cali Blaze said, a restaurateur.
Restaurateur, right?
Yeah, you can't
man.
just be the chef that got out of culinary school
Nope.
and think you could fucking run a fucking high-end restaurant. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah. And, it was,
And just because you can cook, don't mean you should have a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's a very crazy business. You need to know the business part, not the cooking. We can find somebody else to repeat my recipe. Hey, I'll show you how to do this in 2 minutes. That person can handle it.
And your team.
Everything else. Yeah. Oh, God.
Like, because it ain't the chef by himself. He got a bunch of sous chefs and other people.
We do almost the majority, almost everything. And most, I shouldn't say most, a lot of high-end restaurants where the chef's name is on it. You know, Jose Andreas or something. He's not back there in SLS.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there might be certain nights, but it's his name and his procedures and how they do it. But
yeah, Bart's.
a lot
Yeah,
of times,
chef.
they're not the ones
Yeah.
actually doing it anymore.
We got all that out of Kevin Hart. Did you know it is the birthday of Joel Ortiz, master bar spitter, born on this day in 1980. He always reminded me of Nels.
Word.
Rest in peace, Nels.
Oh,
You look
what
at
a-
Joel Ortiz and Nels. They're very similar
Wow.
in some photos.
I see the look for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Word up.
Brad.
And did you know, on this day in 2020, Charlie's Daniel of the Charlie's Daniel Band passed away. Rest in peace.
Oh man.
Guess the devil went down to Georgia and told him, you got to come home.
Damn. Damn. That's a classic ass song right there, man.
It is. It's like a rap song.
Yeah.
possessed by a country artist.
He was fat.
People could say what they want, but his verses in that were fucking rap verses.
is he the one that sung that song, Take This Job and Shove It?
No, that's
No.
Johnny Paycheck.
It's far off.
Charlie Daniels, Johnny Paycheck.
Johnny Paycheck.
All the right syllables, just not the right name.
Not the right guy, man.
Not the right guy. We're going to take this break and, hopefully coming up soon, we got my man Ice-T coming in.
Hey, yo.
Know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, what's up? It's Everlasting. You're watching the highest show in the world.
Yo, what's up? We're Escape, and we was just rocking with the Dr. Greenthumb show, the highest show in the world.
Yeah, man, it's Jeezy World about to be on the Dr. Greenthumb show, highest show in the world. You heard?
Dr. Greenthumb show, man. You already know what it is.
What's up, y'all? It's Lil Cece. I'm on the Dr. Greenthumb show, the highest show in the world.
What's happening? It's G Perico at the Dr. Greenthumb show, the highest show in the world. Tune in right now.
Big shout out to BREALTV from Jesse Borrego and Crucito. Los Vatos Locos forever.
We are back live on Green Thumb, on the Green Thumb Show, Be Real TV, YouTube, and we got the legend in the building. We got my man Ice-T, as promised. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Really live?
We really live right now, yeah.
Okay, that's
Exclusive.
And we're also joined by Psycho Lesia up in here.
What up? What up? What up? What up?
He's got a good impersonation sometimes. You know what I'm saying? When he's not thinking.
Psycho Les is cold-blooded.
Yeah, yeah.
Real deal.
Hey, yo, check this out. This is Ice-T.
That was pretty close.
How about John Wayne's never?
John Wayne couldn't even stand the ring.
Rain on the tech.
Hell yeah.
Off the trunk, hit the deck.
Word up. And we also have an artist you're working with right now,
Yeah,
right?
Fetty DeMarco out of PJ Watts, California. You know, gangster.
Oh, yeah.
He's on the new album. And then I got my man Court, who we have the OG network together. So,
Yeah.
You know, that's what we in the building, man.
Word up, man. It's good to have you, as I said, man. I mean, you know, people don't know how far back it goes, you know, in the link with you. I was telling Hen G the other day when we had him up in here that, like, we would go to backyard parties that they were DJing, and you would show up now and then and get on the mic and bust the party out. And I told this story to him. I said, you know, he saved my life one night.
Dancing.
Yeah. I was popping against these dudes that were in that lived in the Malabar area. You know what I mean? There's SAs and Crips over there. These just happened to be Crips. And I wasn't necessarily banging yet. I was like a young B-boy.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
And but I was popping against a homie that was affiliated with that neighborhood, and they weren't liking it because I was disrespecting serving them. And, you know, right when they was fanning out around me to, like, you know, give me the business, you showed up, and all we heard was, yo, this is Ice-T on the mic. And then, boom, everybody transferred over. And my homies was able to pull me out of there before they fucking racked me up.
I was a distraction.
You did, yes, the ultimate. You saved my life, G.
I didn't even know that, but I'm proud to be part of your life, baby.
Swear to God, I swear to God, I was like 15, 16 years old, man. They was about to jump me. Now, that was my first experience with my man Ice-T. The second time was at when they were doing the new music seminars in New York.
Yeah.
And I was running around by myself because as Cypress, we had a lot of dudes, but we didn't like to travel with them anywhere. You know, like we always were in stealth mode. And you caught me out there, and we went to see Nas together. We was watching Nas as he was coming out with Live at the Barbecue. We was watching his performance.
Yeah. Well, you know what? My connection to Cypress Hill was through Muggs.
Through Muggs, yeah.
So Muggs was original syndicate. He was connected to a group called 783. And there was a moment when Muggs and DJ Aladdin were sharing an apartment.
Kingsley, yeah.
And I was over there checking in on him, and I heard Muggs working on the sawed-off shotgun hand. Boom, boom. I said, what's that? He said, it's Cypress Hill. When he says, I was like, what the fuck is Cypress Hill? Like, you know, it was just such an odd word.
Yeah.
Right? But he was in there actually putting it together and stuff. So I've always had a bond with all you guys and stuff like that. And me being like one of the early West Coast rappers, I was happy for other rappers. I wanted some backup. It was like, I was out for 2 years before NWA dropped. I had to go out with NWA and DOC and all them. So finally, when you guys came and all that, it was like, okay, we got a chance.
Yeah.
You know, because how long could one rapper stand out here? You know, it wasn't going to last long. And everybody had their unique sound. And like me, like when they say OG, the first word is original. And to me, as far as hip hop goes, originality is paramount.
Right.
Yes.
Like, just don't, you might sound like somebody else, but that's somebody else.
Right.
You guys was original, and in our era of hip hop, that was, you had to, Beat Nuts were original.
Yeah.
There's nobody that sounded any way like them, and that's how I always felt about hip hop, and still to today.
I gotta say, coming up behind you like that, was like inspirational because you were like the big brother that the little brother wants to be like, following in the footsteps, like just every aspect of the game that you turned the corner on, you always kept it like interesting and like, oh shit, Ice is doing that. Fuck, I want to do that.
I mean, be real. Me myself is like, if you want to be original, watch and see what everyone else is doing and don't do it.
You got to be a student of the game.
Wow, you said it.
Right? Like, find this. There's always another lane. Like you know,
I want to do something that's never been done before. That's, you know, I always say you can always say who is the best, but you can't really argue who's the first.
Right.
Right. So
Yeah.
let's be the first to try this. Let's be the first to try that. And I never had any fear of it. And as I became more confident, then I just said, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that, I'm gonna try this. But like I say, man, in hip hop to me is like sports.
Yeah.
And I can look at different MCs and I'm like, okay, he got jumpers, he got handles. This nigga can shoot 3-pointers.
Yeah.
Like, you know, different ways people rap, like different people have. And I was always like, I'm not gonna out rap these cats. When I heard DOS Effects, I was like, I gotta quit. Like, I can't rap like that. So I, like one of my rhymes, I said, I check your style, although you rhyme quicker. No matter what you do, I always lace mine thicker. Jealousy will make a fool die quicker than liquor. Watch your back with your nigga, cause that's right where he'll stick you. So I always wanted to rhyme heavy.
Yeah.
So when you hear it, you go, oh shit. And when I used to battle cats, I was like, I'm gonna take you out in 8 bars. I got
End it quick.
Yeah, make it quick. Just
Yeah.
dun 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 dun. Oh,
Right to
You
the
know,
point.
Right.
yeah, and to me that was the power of the MC. Like who could say the most powerful stuff. And even in acting today, it's not who has the most lines, it's who has the most memorable line.
Right.
You could steal a movie in one scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, so that's it. But you know, my energy was always about the West Coast. It was kind of like, can we as rappers have a movement and we be respected?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's why you saw me at the New Music Seminar.
Yeah.
LA rappers knew New York is the home.
That's the mecca.
Right.
And we knew we had to it's not like we was on New York's dick that we needed respect, but we wanted respect. We wanted New York to say, y'all are dope.
Yeah.
You know, we wanted to be in.
Yeah.
You know? And some of us traveled to New York.
Yeah.
To just see could we get that cosign. And some of us got it.
Yeah. Very few in the beginning.
Yeah.
It was like you, King T, then eventually NWA, and then eventually we get some of that. It was like it was cool when you got that, because I mean, like you said, most of us were like coming up off of the East Coast hip hop because that was what was most available when you heard it on the mix.
We didn't have it out here. We were
Yeah.
techno.
Yeah, more freestyle techno.
Electro. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you go out there, but the thing of it is, it was hard to get the cosign. Now anybody can get cosign by anything. So, you know, it had to be a rite of passage.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? You know, when I got brought into hip hop by Africa Islam because he would come to the radio and they were fascinated with me. Like, why do you want to rap? You already got a Porsche, you already got jewelry. Like, why do you want to rap? But I knew what I was doing wasn't gonna last long.
Right.
So I wanted to rap. They couldn't understand it because no one had even bought a car rapping yet. So they were like, why do you want to fuck around rapping?
There was no money in it yet.
Nah.
Exactly.
Why, you know, you hustling. Like, keep doing that. But I was like, yeah, but my friends are getting took off one by one. And as you enter the game like that, you're humble to it because you know you're trying to be something. And like hip hop, the way they taught me hip hop was hip hop requires skill. Whether you're a dope dancer, like
Right.
I was dancing too, a MC, a rapper, a graffiti artist. When you start off, you whack.
A DJ.
Or
all
DJ,
of us.
right? Yeah, DJ.
All of us.
That's what I meant. MC, a dancer, DJ, graffiti, or MC, right?
Yep.
And when you start off, you whack. And
Yeah.
that just means get better.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you get better, you might make it to dope.
Yes.
Yeah.
You might make it.
Yeah.
But you just can't get discouraged. You know, like you just have to like, yo, I started off biting.
I mean, I think we all did. You know, we're all emulating the motherfuckers that we're listening to the most. You know what I mean? And being like, okay, like I remember like when I got into this shit through Run DMC. Eventually, Rakim comes out,
Right.
And now I kind of want to do this shit.
Right.
In my first rhymes, I was like emulating Rakim.
Yeah.
And it turns out my style is completely different than that. But I mean, that's what I started off doing. Like, oh, this is how Rakim wrote this rhyme. Let me try to write that.
I was worse. I was getting tapes from New York. I had Grandmaster Caz. I was Cold Crush Brothers. I had flipped the shit, and I'm rhyming like the Cold Crush. But it's funny you said Rakim. When I first met Everlast, Everlast rapped to me in Rakim's voice.
Yeah, that
and
low
I was like,
shit.
Okay, you're good, but you got to use your own voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got. And I've had the fucking FedEx man show up in my house, and the nigga sounds just like DMX. Like, yo, I'm like, dude, all right, you're a rapper, but that's DMX.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, man, like you mentioned something earlier, and I could totally relate to this shit. And it's totally different now how motherfuckers get down. But back at the time when you know you started off doing shit, and a lot of us, we all come from certain situations, like some the gang life, some the hustle life, street life, whatnot. And this was a sort of way out of it.
Absolutely.
Right? And we didn't necessarily cross those lines. We said, okay, we have our affiliations and all this shit, but we can't be active. We got to take this shit serious and it be about the music, right? And then in 1997, it started to shift. Motherfuckers started bringing that shit into the music and into the world of the entertainment. They brought the street shit and brought it over into.
Well, that's because hip-hop, the entertainment business is very attractive to criminals because you get to look the same, you get to dress the same, you get to wear, the girls. It has all the entrapments that the street life had.
Right.
So of course, this seems like a way. Then you see somebody like me who was in the game get out the game. Everybody looks at it like, oh shit. I remember Michael Concepcion was like, nigga, I see what you doing. Everybody wants to transition.
Yeah.
So, but then you got to understand, like when I first started rapping early, I was called the LA player.
Yeah.
Because I was more Fila, Perm, K-Swiss,
looking fly. Looking fly.
Right.
Yeah.
Cube came out and said, straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube from the gang called Niggas with Attitude. And that's where they pinned the term gangster rap. The press said, oh, this is gangster rap.
Right.
We didn't have a name for it.
We didn't have a label,
that.
yeah.
Right.
So I was like, okay, if it's gangster rap, then I'm the original gangster. So that's why on my album cover I showed myself in the tux and in the shackles, like it's all the same. But see, there's a difference. There's gangster rap and there's gang banging rap.
Right.
Right.
Gang banging rap and gangster is a drug dealer. Gangster is a player, hustler, pimp. That's gangster. Gang banging is a whole nother level.
I'm throwing my setup.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Which I never did. I never rapped.
Yeah, no.
Perspective. Well, I did colors.
Yeah.
But
that's another culture.
That was conceptual, though.
Yeah, colors was just.
You wasn't claiming your set though.
Well, no. What happened? No. I was smart enough, even when I first came to LA, not to join the gang because I went to Crenshaw, and that's the '60s. But I was like, it was '60s, ETGs, Harlem, Hoovers. And I'm like, if I join a gang, I become the enemy with everybody else. So I just learned how to meet all the shot callers and stay like Switzerland.
Yeah,
cool.
Like, I'm chill. But I know the gang. I mean, all of us grew up in it.
Yeah.
You gonna know it like the back of your hand. So they called me to say they wanted to use Squeeze the Trigger in the movie Colors. And I said, can I see the movie? I knew when they asked to put you in use your music, Cypress Hill, you can say, I like to see the music.
Yeah, let me see where it's going.
On some bullshit, you know you're gonna let them use it.
Yeah.
You just want. So I went in there and I saw the movie, and they had Rocket listening to Squeeze the Trigger, and I said, well, who's doing the title song? They go, Rick James. Rick
James.
And if you look at the Colors soundtrack, on the B side, last song is a song called Everywhere I Go, Colors.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I don't gotta make this shit up. So me and Africa Islam went back to the studio that night, and we put up the beat, and at the time I was vibing off King Son, Mythological.
Yeah.
Remember Mythological?
Dope
Mythological.
lyricist.
And King Son comes on. When I get ill, it's a reason, cause it's duck season, hunter of the fronter. And I come on, I am a nightmare walking psychopath. So I jack his cadence.
Yeah.
And I just do a song about gang. I rap as a gang member, but I made sure I say red or blue, cuz of blood. It just don't matter. And I always knew how to do gangs. Like in Squeeze the Trigger, I go from the Rolling 60s, Crip, to the Nickerson G, blood. Pueblos, blood. Grape Streets, Crip. I would always bounce back from the Rolling 60s to the Nickerson G, Pueblos, Grape Street. This is what I see. The Jungles, the 30s, the VNGs.
Yeah.
So I always made sure I kept it balanced.
Yeah, you balanced the shit out of that.
I balanced it, but it was, people didn't know, but I knew what I was doing. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to stay neutral because at the end of the day, I was putting the West Coast on my back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not a gang.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Right. Yo, what year was your first joint that you dropped?
The first record I ever did was 1982. It was called The Coldest Rap.
Damn. Yeah, we were saying 85. We thought it was 85.
Cold Wind Madness.
Cold Wind Madness was Reckless, right?
Yeah, that was Reckless. That was Glove's song. Reckless was Gloves, and that was a platinum record.
Yeah,
Reckless was fire though.
No, I remember
Classic.
when those joints first came out. They were ice cold.
The Coldest Rap was me at a beauty parlor, Good Fred's. This is when I was getting my hair perm. My shit was more wavy than ships in the Navy on a funky bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I had to keep that shit fly. You know?
That's right.
So this guy walks in and he says, I was saying rhymes to these chicks, and I was campaigning. They were like, he's like, you want to make a record with that? I'm like, word? And like Run DMC, the chauffeur, he threw me in the Cadillac, the chauffeur drove off and he never came back. He took me to a studio. He had a track with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis produced. He pulled the singers off. He said, rap. And I just said, you know, I'm the pimp, the player, the woman layer, the hoolie dooler, the whole house ruler. I got so many clothes in my wardrobe each day. When I put some in, I got to throw some away. You know, the ladies say that I'm heaven sent because I got more money than the U.S. Mint. I ride ragtop rolls, rocks on my hand, Maseratis and Mercedes-Benz, ocean liners, private jets, Bel Air bookies place my bets. I own islands off the coast of France, and I wear designer shirts and pants. Listen, B, when I was brought into this world, my mama never asked if I was a boy or a girl because I rolled over to her and gave her a kiss, and she said, yo, daddy don't rock me like this. Now, that's in 1982. So that was like my walking around rhymes. I would say to the girls and shit, and I made a record out of it, and I made about $200. I made about $200.
Wow.
And then I got a call. Cletus Anderson, who ran VIP Records, did that. And then I got a call, and he said, somebody wants you to do a show. And that was the radio. And that's when I went to the radio. When I went to the radio, I walked in. Glove was the DJ. And it was all white people. And it was like hip-hop. And I was like, what the fuck? And that's where I met Madonna, Adam Ant, Malcolm McLaren. And you know how Glove got his name?
How's that?
Well, when they was putting this thing together, the radio, he was bringing the equipment in. And the owner of the club says, can somebody DJ? And Chris said, I can DJ. And he said, you got a DJ name? He said, no. And he had on gloves. He said, you're the glove.
That's awesome.
True story. And so, yeah, that's how that happened. And then the people came in to make the movie Breakin', said, we'll use you, we'll use you, we'll use you. Chris was smart enough to say, hey, can we do a song? He made the song. He asked me to rap. That's why it's called Reckless by Chris the Glove Taylor featuring Ice-T.
Right.
And in that movie, I was called Featured Rap Talker.
Featured rap.
In the credits, like the featured.
They didn't know what a rapper was yet.
You was talking.
But the song was in a dope moment because it's in the middle of a battle that's happening.
It's pivotal for that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a traditional rap song where you rap about the DJ. Like early rap, as always, you talked about the DJ. So I thought it was a rap about Chris. He had got the deal.
Yeah, and Chris is cutting the fuck up in that song.
Yeah, dude.
But that's kind of dope though. Rap talker. Like
rap talker.
That's what they called it. They didn't know they had the word rapper wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
So.
They didn't realize rapper would have just, summed it all the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was Canon Films.
Dude.
Let me ask you this. As you were coming up, were you listening to like punk and metal too on the side?
Okay, this is how this happened. I lost my mother when I was in the 3rd grade. My father died when I was in the 7th grade. I was living in New Jersey. and I was shipped to Los Angeles to live with my aunt, who lived in View Park, upper middle class black neighborhood on the west side of Crenshaw. You know, where you see the Crenshaw wall on the other side, up.
Yeah.
They call it Overhill now. My cousin was older than me, and he thought he was Jimi Hendrix. So he kept the radio on KMET and KLOS. So I was force-fed rock. I know everything from Mott the Hoople, the Jay Giles Band, Deep Purple, Blue Oyster Cult. I'm listening to all these different rock records, right?
Hell yeah.
Music is an acquired taste. Like, if you work at a Jamaican restaurant and you never heard reggae before, by the first week, you'll be able to pick out your favorite songs. By the second week, you'll be able to sing them.
Right.
So now I'm listening to Edgar Winter. I'm listening to Tom Petty. I know all this rock shit backwards and forward, but I tended to like Black Sabbath. I tended to like Blue Oyster Cult. I like I like the heavier stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah. And so that was my connection to rock. And then also I was listening to Parliament. You know, Maggot Brain is rock.
Right.
And then I listened to, of course, James Brown and all that other stuff. So yes, I had that rock influence. And then, you know, when LL was using the hard hits, you know, bam, I was like, oh, that shit's dope. So my first album was called Rhyme Pays, and the hook for the first song is War Pigs.
Yes.
You know, Rhyme Pays, dun 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 dun.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
So I knew that the shit would mix. Also, I knew about Black Flag. I knew about, you know, all the punk bands, you know, Fugazi and
So dope.
The thing of it is that hip hop punk is very similar. You know, it's just fuck how you feel about anything. This is how I feel.
Yeah.
Right.
It's got a lot of commonalities like that. Yeah. Like fuck the authority, fuck how you feel.
Freedom.
Oh no! You ever seen a Black Flag T-shirt with the gun in the policeman's mouth and it says "Make me come, faggot"? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's Black Flag. And they used to say, I used to hear on KOS, Gates, we're coming for your wife, Black Flag tonight at the Whiskey. You know, like, they was pushing the line.
Yeah.
And then Suicidal, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when we ended up creating Body Count was a mixture of Suicidal, Black Sabbath, and Slayer. And
Hell yeah.
yeah, you know, I wanted the impending doom of Sabbath, I wanted the speed of Slayer, and I wanted the punk of Suicidal. Because Suicidal, I remember I went and seen them, they had a big blue rag hanging behind them. I was like, what the fuck is this, ST? You know, so I mean, you know, it was, everybody's influenced by something.
Right. Absolutely.
Everybody's influenced by something.
Yes. Listen, those are three great fucking bands to be influenced by. Getting into, you did a hybrid of all those three and like kicked everybody in the ass with it. I mean, I know when we first heard it, we were blown the fuck away that you were doing that.
I just did it. You know what I did? I'll tell you why I did it, though. Because I went on tour with PE, and I seen a mosh pit.
Right.
Word.
I was in Europe, and when they would do Bring the Noise and stuff, you know, you Prophet of Rage, you know, you do fast rap, they mosh.
They go,
in Europe.
Yeah.
Now, they hadn't moshed in the United States, but I went to Europe, I was like, yo, I need some fast. So Power, my fast records, they would mosh, like Honey Child, I get them going. I was like, man, I need a rock band. Fuck this. So Ernie C was my high school friend. He's a guitar virtuoso. And so I got Moose Man, who was a weed dealer. He played bass. I got D-Rock, who was Ernie's student. And I got Vic, Beatmaster V, who was a weed dealer. And I got him another kick. I said, you got to learn how to play double kick. And then I just force-fed him music. I'm like, listen to this, listen to that. You got to be able to play like this. You got to be able to play that. And they said, what's Body Count? I said, look, it's going to sound like this, but I'm going to be singing this. A lot of the lyrics I got that are too hard for rap, I can now dump them over here.
Right.
Because rap is soft.
It's become soft, yes.
It's compared to metal.
True.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, the first raps didn't have any expletives in them.
Yeah, so you take name of Dougie Fresh and put him up against Cannibal Corpse.
Happening,
You know, butchered at birth.
Yeah,
so
no.
there's a dark side to me that works in that realm, and I'm just like, I can't do it in rap. So sometimes when I got ideas, I go, that's a BC song. Okay, that's a rap song. You know, so it scratched another artistic itch.
Yeah.
You did Prophets of Rage. That shit had to be different, right? That was fun.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. I mean, when we first started fucking with bands, you know, we were, as a hip hop group, we get put on to a lot of these metal festivals.
Yes.
And we couldn't understand why it was happening, but we'd go there and the mosh pits would happen and all this shit. And we were metal fans, the three of us, you know, Sendog, Muggs, and myself. Before we got into hip hop, we were listening to all this different music. Metal was one of them. So that was something we had in common. And so the imagery fell into that. But we didn't know how the music was going to, you know, affect kids that were into skateboarding or extreme sports or shit like this, that they were going to be, that punk and metal kids would be moshing to this shit. So when it happened, we were like, oh, fuck, okay, we're seeing it happen in real time. Let's embrace this shit. And we start getting, you know, called to do metal festivals. And one in particular was in Spain. It was in Madrid. Korn was on it. Biohazard, Fear Factory, the Deftones, Sepultura, and Rage Against the Machine. And we're closing one of the stages. And we have to go on. Wow. We have to go on after Rage Against the Machine. And this is when they're rising up at this point. Like, we are up there too, like a motherfucker. But they're like, you know,
full power.
Yeah, full power, right? And we had to come on after them. And, you know, they killed it, to say the least. They murdered it. And then we came on, and to my surprise, we fucking killed it too. But in spite of what the crowd did, I was listening to the power of what they had put down and what we put down, right? And I was like, man, they just blew us off stage because their sound was just so powerful. It didn't even matter to me that the crowd got up and that they were doing all the things. It was just the way that it sounded.
Wow. Right.
So after that, like when we got back to the States, Sendog and I decide we're going to bring a band to this. Then eventually we do the Skull and Bones album, which is half hip hop and the hybrid of hip hop and metal, whatever. And we do that. But it all started with that fucking Rage show where like we realized the power of having a band as opposed to turntables and just the turntables and the 2 live tracks.
So dig this. The first Rage, or one of the early first Rage shows, they opened for us at the Palace. So if you in the inside of the first Body Count album cover, you open it, the mosh pit, that was that show, the Palace Theater. And so Ernie knew Tom Morello. So Ernie goes to Tom. Tom says he has a band. So I'm like, okay, so we're just going, what time do we go on? Ernie goes, no, I got a band that's going to open for us. So I go to Soundcheck, and I see Zach jump 10 feet in the fucking air. And I'm like, that ain't no fucking opening act. And they killed it. Yeah. And then we went to New York and we did another show with them in Onyx, and they killed it and stuff. Yeah. So, you know, they had but they're unique. Their sound, it's not Body Count. They had their own unique sound, and they blew the fuck up. And I was honored to be able to induct them into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I saw that, man. That shit was awesome.
Yeah.
Yo, Ice, you ever heard the Reign of the Tech rock metal version?
No.
I'm gonna send it to you.
That Reign of the Tech video was so dope to me because, you know, I don't when you was in that scene, when Juju was in that scene and the shits was flying by him, what were those? Bottle rockets?
Nah, it was some type of guns, like paint guns or something.
That movie's so crazy. That video when they opened up the trunk and the glove. I mean, you know, they're cooking coke. I'm like, this shit is dope. Like, I mean,
I was Shady that did the video.
Oh, Shady Perez.
Shady Perez.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
He did Kill a Man for us.
Yeah.
I just like, you know, we gonna push the line or we not gonna push the line. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I like hardcore shit. I like that type of stuff back then, and you know. Yeah, and then you guys end up doing a remix for me because I was so into the beat nuts. But It is what it is. You know, different people will attract different people, different energies. You know, like one of the things about me and hip hop was always the rappers I liked, I would like to meet. Like I wanted to hang out with Eric B and Rakim. I got to hang out with Big Daddy Kane. You know, I wanted to know. I have no desire to meet certain people. You know, like I'm not gonna name no names, but if you heard Ice-T was hanging out with this rapper, you'd be like, really, Ice was with that motherfucker? Like that doesn't really fit in.
Yeah.
You know, so we all are magnetic in certain ways. You'd be like, okay, these are my peers.
Sure.
Right.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, there's people you vibe with automatic, right? You know you got chemistry, and there's like a friendship there that might be like lingering or that you already have. Yeah. And others that are off-putting like a motherfucker. There's nah, this is the last time I'm gonna be around this motherfucker right here.
I don't have nothing in common with you, dude. Like I don't know, you know, I can't really fuck with you. Like, you know, and also it's like you got people, so your friends will tell you like, yo, that dude's goofball, or this that motherfucker's not the real shit, or whatever. You'll hear about people.
Oh yeah,
you'll know.
Absolutely.
Like, nah,
shit.
I'll pass.
Well, we was just talking about how you and Evil E was like a good connection. Like y'all stage when you do the concerts, it's like, yo,
let me tell you,
incredible.
So this is what happens with me. I went to the Army, right? And when I was in the Army, that's why I got hit with hip hop, because I'm in there with New York cats and I'm hearing the tapes. Breakdancing really got me hooked on hip hop, because I was locking and then I seen breaking. I was like, this shit is dope. So now I want to know more about the culture. So my plan was to come out the Army and do parties like Uncle Jam's Army. I had a stereo equipment. But I found I got more attention being on the mic, and I didn't have to carry the speakers around. So I was like,
much easier.
I was at a party at Veterans Auditorium, and Evil and them were there, and they were scratching. And I'm like, damn, that's a DJ that can scratch. I need that.
That's that shit.
So I approached them, and they was looking at me. I don't know. I had the Porsche. I had on the silk. They was like, you ain't no rap. I was like, look, motherfucker, I'm Ice-T. They go, you're Ice-T. I said, we heard you. So they was like, they heard of me, but they didn't know what I looked like. So they had a friend with him named Shaquille. He was real cocky. He's like, yo, we're from New York. I'm like, I don't know if I had to show him my bank account or something. I think some real posturing went down. I think I might have pulled out a back. Like, look, I don't need. So next thing I know, I became good friends with Evil and Hen, and they were already on the flyers. Like Be Real said, they were already in Bell Gardens doing stuff. So I showed up at their parties in garages and stuff, and I would start rapping and stuff. And slowly but surely, I got my name onto the flyers. So really, NG and Evil E were already out there. And you need a DJ.
Yeah,
that's it.
Hell
and
yeah.
they were the guys. You know, I remember going like to some of their parties, and they had a competitive DJs that would also produce their own parties. These guys called TNT, Terrence and Trent, or whatever the hell their names were. But one threw a very specific style party, and the other one was like more the style that we would be kicking.
I mean, that was the way to get known back in the days. You go to the park jams, jump on the mic, and just keep doing that every other week, and you'll just have a name now.
But like KRS-One said, you had to have political clout to touch the mic. The DJ's not just letting anybody rap.
Right. You had to know the
Yeah, for real. Absolutely.
You had to know the DJ, and if that DJ was confident enough to hand you that mic, you better have done something, that's gonna fucking last. And like, hey, next time he's at the party, give him the fucking mic.
One of my proudest things is I was the only person Uncle Jams would let rap. At 10,000 people at the sports arena, Egypt and them would let me rap. Bobcat and them would say, let Ice-T rap. They didn't trust anybody else.
They saw you were with the business early on.
Early.
Let's let this guy touch the mic because he knows what the fuck he's doing.
I'm trying to do it, what I'm saying? I wasn't starting no fights. I knew how to keep it neutral up there.
At the same time, that whole experience was like schooling you to how to rock crowds and.
I had a lot of different levels of learning. Like when I finally got my chance, like I was doing like battle rap. Well, see, there's two Ice-Ts. There's two versions of Ice-T. The first version is me cosplaying a rapper. So when you see me in breaking, I'm trying to be New York. I got all the New York shit on. I got the belt buckles and everything like that. Because I wanted to be I wanted to be a rapper. It wasn't a New York scene. I just wanted to be in rap.
Yeah.
And then I was at a party at Casa Camino Royale with Russell Simmons. And I was in regular Fila gear. I had on K-Swiss. My hair was whipped. And somebody called me on the stage. And I went up there like that. And I rocked. And Russell, when I came back, he said, "That's you, Ice." He says, "You got to be you. You can't be Melly Mel. You know, I had movies, I had spikes on. I was trying to be Melly Mel. You can't be him. There's already a Melly Mel.
Already Mel.
You have to put L.A. on the map. Be L.A." And that was the day where I was like, I just have to. I was. How would I say this? I wasn't confident enough to try to get into rap looking like something that didn't look like rap.
Right.
Yeah.
It didn't look like hip hop. Hip hop was the Kangos. It had a whole look to it. I'm gonna come in dressed like a cowboy. You know. I mean, that's how far fetched the way LA people dress to what hip hop looked like.
Yeah.
And so I was like, that's why if you look at the Ryan Pays album cover, I'm in a Porsche. I got the whole LA thing looking. Glenn Friedman shot that picture with the palm tree and Darlene and everything. It was like, you're gonna stamp LA.
Yeah.
You're gonna stamp them and hit them with, this is a new look. And that's when, and then continue my story. I'm trying to battle rap. I'm rapping like LL. I'm talking my shit. And then I'm in Santa Monica, and I hear Schoolie D. I hear PSK. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? The music sound like angel dust. I was like, and then I'm like, oh. And then he comes on, PSK, we making that green. People always say what the. I never heard anybody not yelling on the mic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is a fly motherfucker. So I go to the DJ booth, I find out what it is, I do more research, and I realize PSK meant Parkside Killers. I'm like, oh, he's repping a gang. And that was the green light. So when I do in Dog and the Wax, my boy says, do that shit you do those gangster shits. And I did 6 in the morning.
Right.
And it is PSK.
Classic. Yes, it is.
And then right after that, Boys in the Hood. They're all the same record.
Yeah, it's all in the same line. But you know what's cool is that they all sound different.
Yeah.
Y'all put your own touches on them.
Different light.
Yeah.
Different light, yeah.
Ice-T's life right there.
Hey, when we first heard that shit, oh man, we went crazy for that. 6 in the morning.
Dig this. LA was still fronting on me, right? LA is the hardest place to break.
It is. Our hometown is fucked up.
They won't play us on the radio.
No.
They flip. So I get a call from the Fillmore West up in the Bay. Now they're playing 6 in the morning on KMEL. What's that station?
Yeah, KMEL.
So they playing it. So they call me. They say, you want to do a show up here? I say, sure. I book it. I get a call next week. They go, you want to do a show up here? I said, I just booked it. They said it's sold out. I'm like, what? And I went up and rocked in the Bay. And I got on my new album, I have a thing where I say, you know, somehow I made a song about a morning raid. Somehow up in the Bay, my record got played. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
you know, and that's where I hit in the Bay first.
Yeah, it's crazy how that happens. You know, the hometown doesn't see it till after someone else
claim
does.
you.
Yeah, hey, that's what happened with us. New York had to claim us first, and then you know, LA was like, wait
a minute, that's us.
That's us. Wait, what?
Hold on. Wait.
Crazy as shit how that happens. Hey, I want to give you flowers on creating the art of rap and like really breaking it down for motherfuckers, like that this shit is a art form on a different level. You know what I mean?
Definitely is an art form.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you look at art in the dictionary, it says anything which requires skill to do. That's what art is.
Yeah.
So I wanted to direct movies, and I'm a person who I love to take advice. I love to take advice, you know, but never take advice from somebody you wouldn't trade bank accounts with. Okay.
Right. That part. Note that down.
Or
note.
Don't take advice from somebody you wouldn't take. I mean, don't take criticism from somebody you wouldn't take advice from.
Right.
You know. So I'm watching this thing, and they say, well, if you want to direct, the first thing you should direct is a doc. You know, I was like, okay. Then they say, go to the lowest hanging fruit if you want to start a business. Start a business is something you're very familiar with. So I'm like, well, I know the streets, but they're not really famous. I got a phone full of famous people. So I start calling people. I said, if I wanted to do a doc about this, would you be in it? Oh, come on, Ice, Eminem. Yeah, sure. The people that are in it are in my phone. I didn't reach out on my phone. I just called people I knew. Everybody in that movie, I had a personal relationship.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm just going to ask you 10 questions. Some people, KRS, I ended up talking to for an hour and a half. You know, some people were quick. Got Be Real, I got you, I got Light all at the same time. Some people turned it, they didn't have time. I remember I showed it, I had the premiere, Busta Rhymes turned around and says, I am buried in regret.
Buried in regret.
Because he missed the tag.
Oh, yeah. He should have been buried in regret.
Yeah, he missed the tag because I made the calls to people and I'm like, come on, I'm gonna pull up, I'm gonna bring a camera. So Be Real then and you know, Be Real told his story about his voice and stuff. People were very candid because the rules were we're not talking about money, beef, jewelry, anything other than how do you do it?
Yeah. Right.
How do you do it? How do you rap?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the art form. And you know.
Do you ever think about doing another run of it?
No. Because no.
Because I mean, as it stands, it's a fucking masterpiece. You had all the right motherfuckers in there talking about, you know, how they run their game in terms of how they create their art.
The beauty of it was Be Real. The people that got in it wanted to be in it, and they did it voluntarily. I know now if I were to do it again, people want to be in it because the other one was hot. Now they see what you guys did.
Right.
So let that rock. That's what that is. A document is meant to document something, and I wanted to catch. We're still alive. Like on Wednesday, I'm giving Bone Thugs and Harmony, right? And one of the things I want to say is that it's great to be able to honor them because all of them is still living.
Yeah.
Right. You know, we wait too long for everybody to go away to say, oh, here's your flowers and all that. You know, those guys are still here. Once again, they check one of my lists. They are fucking original. Nobody sound like Bone Thugs.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and they was connected to Easy, which is West Coast, so they're honorary West Coast cats.
Absolutely.
And they've always been solid.
Absolutely.
They've always been solid. So, you know, I'm proud of them.
And I got to say, they've influenced the game outside of their own music because when you hear a lot of the music these days, it's borrowed styles of Bone Thugs and even Twista. You know what I mean? But a lot of Bone Thugs.
To me, Bone Thugs was almost like Wu-Tang. The only thing, Wu-Tang was 9 members that all rap different. Bone Thugs was, 5 members, right?
Harmony.
That all rap the same.
Harmony.
Yeah.
Same but different.
Yeah, they had
same but different. But
yeah.
that was it wasn't like you. Certain groups rap similar, like Mobb Deep rap similar.
Yeah.
Like we 1 minute you're listening to Prodigy, next thing you sometimes you get them confused. Like so, but that it's art.
Yeah, they figured out how to flip the double time style.
Triple.
In their different way. Well, yeah, sometimes triple because Crazy Bone and Busy would go fucking off. But they figured out how to flip that style individually and together, so that it was harmonic sound in their raps, and that shit is one of the most unique things. You know
that's
what I mean?
where we get points for being unique.
That's right.
That's my first star. Like if I have a checklist of rappers, I'm like, now you made this up, huh? This is how you sound. This is you. I can dig. But Pac, only one person sounds like Pac.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
Snoop.
They've tried to sound like him at times, but there is only one.
But he wasn't trying to sound like anybody.
No.
That's my point.
He was trying to do him.
That's it. Snoop. When I first heard Snoop, I'm like, this motherfucker's cool as a motherfucker.
Right.
My manager was the musical supervisor for Above the Rim, so I heard Snoop before anybody else heard him.
Biggie, Biggie got his style from Tupac. If you listen to Biggie's raps,
I think he got it from King.
all that
T.
baby.
Yeah, he got it from King T.
T.
No,
King T as well.
he admitted somewhere that it was King T that he was.
King T.
Yeah.
King T.
We just had him on the Shade 45 show this morning, man.
Who?
King T.
Legend.
King T is that's the drunk technique.
Yeah.
We used to get him in the studio. If he gets too drunk, he can't rap. If he's not drunk enough, he had to find this little window where he'd be flowing his ass.
Yeah, man.
I love King T. That's my brother.
He was one of them guys, man, that inspired a lot of motherfuckers too, because he had the bar work and his shit sounded like hip hop. It was before there was a West Coast sound label and before the gangster rap label. It was just sort of hip hop before then. You know what I mean? And he had that sound. I mean, like, you know, he's probably one of the first rappers from LA to work with the guy like Molly Mall.
No, Tila's unique. He's one of them cats.
Yeah.
I got a record called Eye of the Storm with me and him going back and forth. It's one of my favorite records.
The 2 T's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Word up. We're going to cut into this break real quick. We're going to come back with one of your boys chilling with us.
Okay, yeah, we'll bring in Fetty DeMarco.
That's right. All right. We'll be back right after this Dr. Greenthumb Show. What?
BeReal.tv. BeReal.tv.
Yes.
Who am I hearing?
He doesn't need right now. Word up. We are back on the Dr. Greenthumb Show live. We are here in the presence of one of the fucking West Coast pioneers, my man, Ice-T, up in the building.
That's what's up. Thanks, Be Real.
Iceberg.
That's right. And we got one of the young artists you're working with right now.
Yeah, this Fetty DeMarco. Introduce yourself, Fetty.
The deal is Fetty DeMarco out of Watts, California, Imperial Courts Housing. You know what it is, West Coast artist.
That's right. You know, how did it feel to get to get the stamp from the OG?
Oh yeah, I had to work for it. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't just like given to me. So, you know, I had to, you know, put my footwork in. And here I am.
Yeah, there's a little pressure behind that sometimes too, because, you know, when somebody puts a stamp on you, you want to make sure that you make them look good by, like, you know, showing up.
Sure,
Yeah.
Like showing up, but I had to make sure I had to critique myself before I even presented myself.
Yeah.
Fetty can rap. He can rap. He's got bars. And the thing of it is, we've been knowing each other so long that he was born, like, dropping it. And then the game changed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I was like, Fetty, don't dumb your stuff down. Tell him what was I telling you?
Yeah, he's like, man, don't get caught up in the, you know
right.
what I mean, in the trickery. But it's kind of hard, like, you know, because this is where, like, you find yourself like, damn, this is where the West Coast is going to.
Right.
But at the same time, got to keep my origin, because every time you say something, it always retroverts back to, bam,
Yeah.
Here it is.
It's like at that point where you got to sort of like tune out the other voices and the other shit that's happening so that you could stay the course on the path you're on, because that'll happen as an artist. You're hearing all these different things happen and you feel like, oh man, I got to go that direction. Or you have a label saying, hey, we need a song like that.
Right.
Instead of you just being able to be free and be the artist that you know you can be, instead of trying to compete with all this other shit out there. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the things that fucks up the game, is they pit us all against each other.
Yeah, and we're not.
In competitive form, as opposed to, let's just put out some music. In no other art form is it competitive like that. Like, oh, I need to blow these motherfuckers out with this new shit. It's like, I want these motherfuckers to absorb this fly shit. And we don't do that in hip hop, and we worry about the numbers too much and who's doing what, and it sort of takes us off the fucking journey, you know what I mean? Or derails us from what we're capable of, because you feel the need to dumb the shit down because these motherfuckers are rapping about
This
nothing.
shit went all the way in a big circle right to what he was doing from the beginning. Like, now he's back what he's been doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I right, Fetty?
No, right. You're right.
Yeah, because motherfuckers
Absolutely
want
right.
bars. I mean, you know, like it's you know, it's visible these days when you got some of these cats that are talking about nothing and they can't sell tickets to a show. But you got like motherfuckers that like are from back in the day with the substance shit, they're selling tickets like a motherfucker. People want to hear some shit. You know, gibberish is gibberish, but when you say something that's relatable and impactful to motherfuckers that are living in your time, man, they fuck with that.
Right. I agree.
And you know, there ain't nothing like some dope metaphors and bars to put all that shit together.
I think one of the things with Fetty is like, okay, so he'll listen to me. Now he'll listen to you because you're a superstar. You've done it. But then you're surrounded with a lot of people that haven't done it.
Nexperts.
And they got all these opinions, but they have never done it. Right. So it's like, concentrate on the people that know how to do this. You know, they're gonna tell you the same story. Be the best at yourself. Whatever you feel, that's the best. So we got some songs out. The first one we did was Grand Imperial, because he's from Imperial Court.
That's
so
right.
We took Eric B. and Rakim's record, which is Grand. My DJ cuts material, Grand Imperial.
Yeah.
So he rocks. I'm from Watts, the PJs, known as the Courts, Grand Imperial. So we rocked that. Then we did one called Where You From, which is what everybody in LA asks each other and stuff. But he's got an album done. So I'm about to send my album out as a guinea pig. Like I told you, no streaming, digital downloads off the icet.com website. And he's next. Tretch has an album done. Smooth the Hustler has an album done. So we're all gonna, I'm the first one. I'm gonna go out on this new frontier of fuck streaming frontier. Just
open the door.
Yes. That streaming shit
But
is
you said
whack.
you're doing it right.
I mean, I'm pumping right out the website too. You got to do it like that. Downloads, vinyl, everything, whatever.
What's your website?
ThePsycholessShop.com. There it is.
That's it. Mine is simple. icet.com.
The Psycho.
4 letters.
Shop.
Yeah.
So
It's easy.
It's easy. And we go there. You can go to the OG network, which we have up. That's big court. Build on what we did with the network since you're here.
So I mean, the OG network is like Tubi, right? We basically picking up where Tubi left off, and it's a streaming platform. We in 180 countries. You can download it. We on Roku, Apple Play, Roku, Fire TV, and the App Store. So we got about 900 titles.
Apple?
Yeah, we on Apple. Yeah. So we got about 900 titles right now. So, you know, we just launched OG Network Studios. We got a 14,000 square foot facility in St. Louis where we do all our original content. So yeah, you know, we restoring power back to the culture. You know what I mean? Instead of going to Tubi, because you know, a lot of these platforms they move the goalposts.
Right.
You know, they'll use us up to get the valuation up, and then once they get where they want to get to, then they raise the barrier to entry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, OG Network, that's where everybody coming to now. Like, if all the independent movies from all over the country, they coming to us now.
Unless if you want to see, you know, Superfly, the Mac, if you want to see Willie Dynamite,
we got
we
all
got all that stuff. We got the art of rap on there.
We got all the
Everything.
90s stuff. We got all the No Limit stuff. We got Masterpiece.
It's on
stuff
your
there.
phone.
We got everything. Yeah. So it's just like Hulu. You know, I mean, you think about Netflix, it's OG Network. So.
Yeah, it's
me and Ice, so it ain't no like, you know, we ain't controlled by nobody. We
Two
straight up
stockholders.
independent. Yeah.
Two owners.
I mean, it's important these days to like try and create your own platforms and not
right.
be so dependent on these other motherfuckers because they got agendas behind
That's
them.
what I'm saying.
And you don't reap the benefits to your own art.
Yeah.
On some of these fucking streaming
And the
networks.
thing is,
on all of them.
we circumventing everything. Like, you know, we doing our own
shit.
production. We got our own facility. We got our own financing. We got everything. We got the platform. We got everything.
Yeah.
So that's where we're streaming the album release. The listening party on Saturday. So if you're out there and you want to hear my new album, Criminal Migraines, 24 songs for $10.
Nice.
Go to icet.com and cop it. You can get a shirt, get some things like that. I think the fans want the artist to get the price of a Starbucks coffee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, we put so much in it, and then people go, well, Ice, you know, you got papered. I'm like, look, I got producers. I have to, people want to get, so the way I did my album, I split 50-50 with the producers.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Producers, you guys getting 50. Now, how am I going to pay them if I stream?
You can't.
There'll be no money.
Yeah, there's no money.
You know how much it could to make $1 million? You need 300 million streams. Not a million. 300 million. Now, let's break $1 million down in the record business. That's 700,000 maybe after taxes. Then you got to split that with your agents, managers, all the other producers on the record. And if there's 4 or 5 people in the group, you might see 100K. That's not a lot of money.
They make it impossible to make money off of streaming.
Yeah.
They keep
streaming, forget it.
They keep the lion's share.
Yeah. You got to just use music as a vehicle to something else. You know what I'm saying? You got to have other things going on.
Or I've moved 20 million records in my life. All I need is my fan base. I don't even need anybody else's fan base. If you've ever had an Ice-T record, cop this record. You know, if all look, 10,000 people, right? 10,000. If they got 10,000 people to spend $100, that's $1 million.
For sure.
It's not a lot, but you don't have to look for the millions. You just need a fan base, a solid fan base that really rock with you. And I'm going that route this year. You know, I'm old. I'm the oldest rapper. I look at it like this. Some people don't like Ice-T. That's cool. Some people don't like E40. That's cool, but he's got a fan base that fucking love him.
Absolutely.
Too Short got a fan base that fucking love him. I got a fan base that fucking loves me. I'm just trying to rally my fan base to come take a listen to my new album, and that's it. If you want to come in, and I don't even need nobody. You feel me? If you never bought a Cypress Hill record, they just want their fan base to react. That's it. If you step inside the Ice-T world, you might like it. You never know.
Absolutely.
You might hear something you like.
Absolutely. I feel like a lot of artists are going that route now and saying, fuck the streaming. Let's sell our music on our shit.
Yeah.
You know, we win or lose on this. Because, I mean, you know, with streaming platform, you may get, like, positioning on a playlist. But, look, it's like you broke it down, right? Michelle S., I don't know if you remember her. She used to be a program director at KMEL. She came down here, and she teaches courses on music. And one thing that she was saying about streaming, how fucked up it is in relation to fairness to the artists and royalty rates, is that for it to count as one album streamed, or to count as an album sale, one album sale, that album has to stream 1,200 times a certain way for it to count as a fucking record sale. 1,200.
1,200 listens count as a sale.
Of that album, it has to be a specific style of listen, 1,200 listens.
See, thing of it is, this is my point. I don't really think the fans are aware of this bullshit. I think fans don't want that. I think if I'm a fan of you, I'll give you $10.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they're saying, there's recording costs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that have to be done to make a record, and you could spend a year, 2 years to make it. You know, I think it's only right. I think even on my way I'm gonna do it, my record's not available for sale now. I even said I was gonna do a deal where there's 24 songs. You can buy a record for 99 cents. Or buy the whole album for $10. So it's even a bargain there. You know what I'm saying? But break bread. In this way, I have accounting, and I could talk to everybody and say, this is what it made. Versus throwing it up in the air and having Spotify or whoever the fuck tell me what happened.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Or the label. If you're on a label.
Yeah.
Well, the labels want a 360 deal now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, 360, they're going to take your merchandising. They can cross-collateralize your shows. Explain to people what cross-collateralizing a show is.
That shit is crazy. Where they're taking, okay, so if they gave you, let's just say $300 million.
Let's say 300,000.
Okay, let's say $300,000. They're taking a portion of your merch, portion of your show, and a portion of your publishing as part of the
to pay this back.
To pay this back. And you have to stay on the road to help move this shit.
Yeah. So they can just pimp you. Now they can put you to work.
You got that money. You got that money, but you can't just sit back. You have to actually work that situation because there's obligations to make all this move since they just invested in you and your catalog.
Now, when me and Cypress Hill got record deals, they didn't take our publishing.
Nope.
They didn't take our merch.
Nope.
And they didn't take our shows. Our shows was our money.
Right.
The record label made money off of record sales. That's it. Not merchandise. You sell our own T-shirts. We do your own merch deal. You do your own tour. The theory that you're gonna make me go on tour and take money from my tour.
Yeah, no.
That's putting me.
That's crazy.
So that's a 360. And here, trip off this.
Yeah.
The 360 deal. If I had to sign one, they would be getting money off Law and Order.
That's crazy.
Oh, fuck that.
Because they're saying anything that happens as a result of us signing you, we get a piece of it.
I think the upside to it's an upside to it, though. It's
crazy.
It's an upside to streaming if you know what you're doing. Like if you look at like La Russell, right? You create your own ecosystem, right? Because streaming, yeah, you won't make much off the streams, but now you got to figure out where you want the fans to pay you, right?
Right.
So a lot of times rappers, they use the social media to get traction. Then they go get shows. They got their own merch, they features, you know, different things like that. So back in our day, it was the mechanicals. It was the records.
True
there,
that.
You know
But
what I'm saying?
am I, correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
Russell used streaming to get known, but
Yeah.
then he did a digital download. He
Yeah.
did this thing where he says, now you can pay whatever you want for the record.
Yeah, for sure.
So
for sure.
if you need to get known.
Exactly. That's to get the traction. You got to figure out how to build up your ecosystem, right? So just like you have over your 20 million, you built up your hardcore Ice-T fans, and now you selling directly.
The only problem with that is that it takes a lot of work, right? It takes a lot of work that you ain't getting paid for, and they're not paying you through those
But
royalties.
it's cheaper to make a record.
It
now,
is
too,
cheaper. I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
could,
the labels used to work. I used
Yeah,
to
they
take my
used to.
record and turn it in, and they do everything.
Yeah,
and they would give
yeah.
us a check.
there was a budget. There was a budget for everything when you were on the label back in the day. Okay,
Right.
there was your recording budget. There's your marketing budget. There's the
Video.
video budget.
But everything is cheaper. Video back
Yeah.
then, you think about it. You shot a video, 500,000 was a low budget video.
You
Now-
had to recoup all that
Now
shit.
they
though.
do have to be the record.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's real. But
Yeah,
you can
you
pay
have everything.
you can pay $1,000 and get a decent video.
True that. You don't got to spend this much.
No MTV.
That put a lot of video directors out of business
It did.
that needed a squad of people
Yep.
to
Right.
put this
Yep.
piece together, right? Now these days you got motherfuckers that could just do all that shit by themselves.
And then content drives the needle.
Oh,
so
yeah.
now it's really, it ain't even about videos, it's content.
It's clips.
But see, this is my point, and I could speak from experience being in this game so long and maintaining a level of relevance and being able to outlast people. You got to get a core following.
Yep.
You have to. You can't just get a hit record. They'll come and go. Pop means you're popular. Popular things only stay popular for a minute. If you build a core following like Prince, if you build a core following, you can last 20, 30 years.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
I mean, look,
That's a fact.
Prince put out an album that he didn't want to sell a lot of records because he was trying to make Warner Brothers drop him, and he was punishing them. And still, his fan base was so loyal. They bought
went
this
out
when
and
he
bought
wrote
it
Slave
anyway.
on his
Yeah,
tape.
yeah.
That-
No, that's a fact. Cause like a Scarface record come out, I'm gonna buy it. An Ice-T record come out, I'm gonna buy it. Ice Cube is certain people, hardcore fans, they gonna spend the money.
They're gonna spend.
So as a
much.
new artist, you can use social media, but at the end of the day, they looking to me for some knowledge. Start building a fan base, even if it's only 1,000 people. If you get 1,000 people that really, really fuck with you, you put up a hat for $40. That's $40,000. You know what I'm saying? You can actually eat, you can pay some bills, but you need that core audience. And the way of doing that is getting that website back up old school. Get your website up and get people on there. You know what I want to put on my website? Remember we used to have chat rooms on the website?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Where now you're in your own world, so it's just your fans talking. Ain't no trolls. It's just kind of like what you got going on here. You got your own people that want to see Be Real. You're honing an audience that's true to you.
Yeah.
Because social media is just like everybody in there talking shit. Everybody's running their fucking mouth.
Oh man, yeah.
It's wild.
Everybody G'd up on, they're finger bangers, you know what I'm saying? They on that key, tapping, all that shit. Speaking of live chats, I mean, I know we got a couple of questions from the asylum, so let's just open the doors to the insane asylum. Let's go. Oh, what happened there? Yeah, there we go.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum.
Let's do this. Here we go. We got
Fact,
Jeff.
You got your own TV show. It's Cold Blooded.
Word up. You might need the headphones for this part, or at least to get
Okay,
them
let's
closer.
go.
Here we go.
Jeff Valiant, Ice. What did it feel like back in the very beginning of rap? What was life like? The mood, the feeling of it all.
Okay, the question was what did it feel like in the beginning of rap? It was just experimental. Nobody knew where it was going to go. It was kids. Hip hop is a culture created by children, kids. You know, it was fun. Let's just say that. It felt like fun. You go out, kids are dancing. It was fun. You're competing. You're trying to out rap somebody. They got ciphers. It's fun. No one. It hadn't become money yet, and yeah, it was just fun. Back in the early days, if you even said you was trying to get money, it was like wrong.
Yeah.
Right? It was like, yo, you know, we talking about skills. So it was. That's how all art is the most real near the root. That's where it is the most real and true.
You battled Daddy Disco back in the day, or Disco Daddy? What is?
Now I never well, word on the street. He's probably running around with that story. I've heard this before from somebody else.
Yeah.
But I was at a contest at Carolina West, and I got in it. My boys told me to get in it, and I won. Curtis Blow was the judge. And apparently he was in that contest. I didn't battle against him. I was in a contest, and I won. And that was a big pivotal moment in my career because Curtis Blow to me was a real rapper.
Yeah.
Curtis Blow was the first rap soloist superstar.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when he said I could rap, I was like, okay. You know, those nods matter.
They
like
do.
You asked Fetty, when those nods matter.
They do.
Definitely.
All right.
All right, next one is from Medicine. Has Ice-T ever experienced anything paranormal?
Nah, I never experienced nothing paranormal. Coco, my wife, is into ghosts and spirits and seances and shit. I actually did a TV show where they took us in some haunted ass area. So I made a deal with her, which was I don't believe in ghosts, but if you see one, point it out and then follow my lead out this motherfucker. Watch me. I'll show you how the most direct way to get out.
I'll show you how to leave here.
Yeah, exactly.
Right on.
All right, we got Karina. Karina, much love and respect to Ice-T from Toronto. Love everything you've done from Body Count to Law and Order and everything in between and after. Salute.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, one of my mottos is you don't guide life, you ride life. And I couldn't imagine where hip hop would have took me and all these different things. You know, people say, well, Ice, what's you most proud of? I'm like transition from the mentality of streets and getting out of that because you two knows where that would have ended up.
Yeah.
So hip hop saved my life in that way. It detoured me from the fate of a lot of my friends, you know? So, yeah. I don't. Somebody was just at me the other day on Twitter. Oh yeah, you did a Blue Chew commercial. I'm like, you got a bag, motherfucker. You got a bag. Like you worried about me doing Blue Chews? Don't worry about that. Porn stars take pills, nigga. Stop playing.
Homie probably needed a Blue Chew.
Yeah, he need a Blue Chew. Let me not fuck up my endorsement, but you know, whatever it is, you know, my impression of Ice-T is, nah, ain't no way. Fuck that, man. And how much?
Hey, but like I mean, you showed us the hustle, man, and like, you know, there are different lanes, and you opened up some of those lanes. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is that you know how to get it by illegal means. Now these opportunities come to you, and you come from a background with no opportunities.
Right.
So if you shit on the opportunities, you're jinxing yourself. The other day they asked me, I did this show called America's Dumbest. It comes on Fox on the 15th.
Yeah.
Carmen Electra's on there.
Yeah.
So we went out there and did this show, pretending whether we were asking questions. Well, anyway, I did the show. Bow, bag secured, bam. So I come back home and they go, "Would you go to Scotland?" I'm like, "For what?" They said, "We want you to name that tune." I'm like, "It shoots in Scotland? Nah, I ain't going to Scotland. Fuck that. How much?" So I end over there in Scotland. I knocked that out. But like this is my mentality. It took 2 days, right? I flew there, got there that day. I flew through the night, got there that day, did the show and was home the next day. My brain is like, if you sit home for those 2 days and don't get that bag,
yeah,
Then you'll feel stupid. You just sit there flicking channels like, go get the money, man. Stop playing. And people would die for these numbers. And you getting offered them and you shit on them, well, guess what? They might stop.
Exactly. You never know when they stop.
I'm not jinxing myself by turning down. I pick pennies up off the ground.
That's facts.
I don't jinx myself around money, man. Money is hard to come by.
Yeah, I mean, if they come with the right price, they're speaking your language. And you cannot fuck around and say no to that, because
You'll regret it.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're in demand, you go with the fucking momentum.
And you know, people say sell out. My thing is like, is it against my beliefs? It's against what the fuck I got against name that tune, motherfucker. You know what it is?
Yeah.
What it is that people pigeonhole you into, like, they want Snoop to still be in Long Beach crippin'.
Yeah.
You know, they not embracing our evolution. You know, we all came from the hood, but now we different. We grown men. New opportunities have opened. And why, you know, they call me about doing a Tide commercial, right? So I'm like, what the fuck I got to do with Tide? Oh, it's washed with cold. We got Stone Cold Steve Austin. And, I'm down. You know, like I'm a fan. Like, you know, but let me tell you, the commercial shit happened. I was telling Court earlier. I was watching Shaquille O'Neal. Dig it. And he says, I never spent any money from the NBA. All was endorsements. I called my manager. I said, man, I need some fucking endorsements. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, I need some endorsement. He said, they won't fuck with you, cop killer. They won't fuck with you. I'm like, that's been 30 years ago. Like, check. So we got an agent, and I got that. Remember that Geico commercial? Lemonade, really decide.
Right. Yeah.
Iced tea, lemonade. That was my first one. And I've been on the road. I got Car Shield. That's a bag.
Yeah.
I'm just like.
You can't shut doors on yourself.
You got Lipton, too.
Yeah.
I got a daughter.
I got Lipton.
I got a Lipton deal. I did a Lipton deal. I got Cheerios. They put ice motherfucking tea on a Cheerios box. The fuck out of here. That's inspirational to niggas. Like,
yeah, it could happen. You know what I'm saying?
It could happen. So I'm just, you know, there it is. Cheerios box.
That's right.
I mean, I'm just taking. Now, I'm not taking everything. I'm not. Now they'll pay you a bunch. You want? I got $1 million. Will you do anal leakage?
Yeah, that's it. You got to think about that one.
No, I'll pass on that one. You know, they got some fucked up shit.
Hard pass.
I'm good on that one. Hey, leaky ass. You know, I'm cool.
All right.
All right, we got RS70. Be cool to hear history of when rap became hip hop.
What?
When rap became hip hop, I mean, it's always been a part of hip hop. It was one of the elements.
Well, from what I understand, Melly Mel and them got to tell that story. They were there at the birth of it, but I understand it didn't have a name when they. The way I heard about it, the first thing was the B-boy.
Right.
The B-boy was dancing to the DJ. The DJs figured out how to play the best parts of the records. Psycho Les, let me know if I'm correct with what you understand. The DJs figured out, let's just play the best part of the records, the breakdown.
Breaks, yeah.
They play the breaks. Okay, these kids dance, what they call break dancers. They dance into the breaks of records. Now, the DJ is doing this. He gives the mic to somebody, the MC. Tell everybody how great I am. Tell people Grandmaster Flash is on the with. Talk about me.
Yeah.
And the MC started talking about the DJ and slowly started talking about themselves.
Yeah.
And there it is.
And there it is.
Now, Heath Cowboy was the first person they said the word hip hop because something to do with somebody was going to the army and they were saying, you're going to be in the army like hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. And that's where Mel says the term hip hop got coined.
Right.
We weren't there. It was a full-blown culture by the time we even saw it.
Yeah, before it got to us, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard from Busy B. You know Busy B.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was saying that before the MC it was just called the host. He was the host of the party. He was
right.
He'll go up there and just start rapping to the people and just talking. And
he's one of the first.
From that, people heard, oh shit, we could.
MC sounds better than host, though. I gotta say.
Saying
and
before the word MC.
And Scorpio said the shout outs came from the gangsters. The gangsters in the party was like, say our name.
Yeah, say our name.
Yeah.
Shout us out. And
Yeah.
You ain't gonna say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you might get a little money, a little 20 or something.
Side bust. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right.
All right, we got DJ Javi Lopez. Please bring back the Raiders Syndicate hats back.
Oh, the Raiders Syndicate hats. Well, you know, the Syndicate logo was the Raiders crest that we started with, you know, and they'll be available on icet.com, all that stuff. You know, I'm refiring up my website. It's going to be a store. All the you could buy some lokes. You could get all the stuff you want to get, you know what I'm saying? But thanks for asking for that, and I can do that. The Syndicate, can I speak on that?
Hell yeah.
What happened in LA was there was a lot of rappers, and I went to New York. I got put on by Zulu Nation, and I love the Zulu Nation. I love Busta Rhymes. All these different rap groups were connected. So I said, what can I do that in LA? But the word Zulu's too Afrocentric for LA.
Yeah.
LA's gangster. So I studied gangsters. I know everything about Meyer Lansky. I was studying Lucky Luciano. He created this thing called the Commission, which was the 5 mob families, and they agreed to sit down before they went to war. So I said, look, and a syndicate is a group of groups with a common goal. So I said, what I'll do is I'll connect all these rap groups together. No one's the leader. Everybody's still there separate, but we agree to talk. And I was able to never have any real heavy beef in LA. Nobody got killed. You know, I mean, I always thought Cypress Hill was like part of Syndicate because of Muggs.
Right.
You know, so we had that kind of connection. So it was just really Syndicate, right? And then you had Delicious Vinyl, which was 2 groups.
Right.
Tone Loc and Young MC. And then NWA and who they became. All the different branches of NWA.
Right.
And the only beef was you and Cube had a beef for a minute, but the real beef was a family feud inside of the NWA, and nobody could do nothing about it. We didn't. I was friends with Easy. I was friends with all of them, so I'm like,
Yeah, it was a trip to see that all going down and witness some of it.
yeah, because we were all touring together. We were all friends. Ren was a close friend of me, Dre, everybody. So, you know, we made it through it, but it never got. How did it never get violent? In LA is the most violent place.
Yeah. You know, I think because everybody knew that, like
it could go bad.
It could go bad in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? And cooler heads prevailed.
Yes.
You know, thank God for that. You know what I mean? I remember with my beef with Cube, it was Mac 10. You know, salute to my man Mac 10. Who him and I banged on the same side of the tracks, different sets, but we were on the same side of the track. So he, you know, called me and was like, "Hey, we gotta put this shit to bed." And I was like, "Hey, all you had to do was call me and we talked and we're good." And then the same thing happened with Cube. He was like, "Well, what's it gonna take for you and Cube?" I said, "A conversation, so we could air out this little shit." And once we air that out, we can get past it and move on. And fortunately, we were able to do that.
Well, you know, anybody could start a war. It takes the OG to shut it down. You know, you got to have a boss to be able to bring peace. Anybody, any YN could go out and just set it off. Then you have to get some. You got to get some G's to come in and say, "Hey, let's stop this."
Yeah, let's before it goes to another level. You know, and that's pretty
and
much.
it's really usually over some petty shit. It's really not. Sometimes it's a girl. It's not worth bloodshed.
Yeah, I mean, because in LA, that at that point, that shit could have happened. I mean, you know, between everybody that him and I knew and who was riding with us at the time, could have easily popped off. Fortunately, it didn't.
I'll tell you a funny story. I remember one time Everlast wanted to fight Booyah.
Oh, that would have been bad. Yeah.
Everlast like, hey, Eric, I'm putting you on blast. He liked Terry B at the time, and something had happened between Booyah and Terry B, and he comes to me like, "Are we going after Booyah?" Like, we. They're a self-contained army.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, last. This is not a no. Let that go. Let that one go.
Yeah, there was fools that found out that you don't fuck with those guys.
Not the Booyah tribe.
No, because they had cousins everywhere. You know, like Samoans, they got, you know, they're all related.
Just Murder One, just Roscoe by himself. Like, yo, like, come on, man. But, you know, there, somebody laughed out there. But, nah, you know, it was a lot of times that's what my job was to do, was to negotiate and keep everybody cool. Okay, that person crossed that person. Let's squash it. Let's try it. Can you guys talk? And we managed to, everybody's still here.
Mediate shit, you know what I'm saying? And you need someone like you for that, because I mean, a lot of motherfuckers look up to you, so they're like, when some shit like that happens, I would imagine you would get the call immediately.
Well, I'm happy to say, without being a tough guy or nothing, I never really had any problems in LA. I never got marked out. I never had anybody press me. I think that's just because my demeanor is, you know, I'm not, you know.
Well, people have respect all day.
But they would. People, I tell you like this, you're safer with love than fear.
Absolutely.
If people love you, you're good. Yeah. If people got fear of you, that's your challenge. Like, oh, you think you can't get it? So if people love me, I got a group of people around me that love me. They are reaching other people that are saying good things. Fetty's way over in Imperial Courts. Ice is the man. Now, if somebody wants to do something, they're gonna cross one of your people. And they like, whoa, 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 that's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? But then it's LA. The bullet will hit you before the rep hits them. You can get it by just being in the wrong place, wrong time, and they don't even know they, you know.
Yeah.
But so I tread lightly in LA. But now I've always humbled myself to the streets. You know, I always said if you challenge the streets, they'll catch that fade.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing what we do and you're trying to be active at the same time, that shit just doesn't mix, because I mean, you put a bigger target on your back. That's
okay.
know.
Here's a story. So DJ Aladdin had done the OG album. He had made some money. He had 2 Cadillacs. Aladdin, I hope you hear this. And he coming over my house. I'm in the Hollywood Hills. I'm moving on up to the big time, and he's looking like a gangbanger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Aladdin, like, what's going on? You got money? He goes, Ice, I'm still in Compton. Like, I can't go back there. You know, I have to, you know, be a certain way around these cats right now. So I'm like, you need to move, man. So
Yeah.
I moved him to Hollywood, and he becomes a pimp.
that knows martial arts at that.
Aladdin started pimping. He pimped for Stack of Dollars Productions, became a real thing.
I got to tell you, man, watching him and Muggs practice for DMC battles in that Kingsley apartment was crazy. And then they'd break out and start wrestling, flipping each other over the fucking furniture. It was crazy.
And Aladdin won world champion.
Yeah.
He was world champion.
It's a trip, man. Salute,
my guy.
Salute to DJ Aladdin. All right, what else you got, Ray?
Karina is back. Still have Color soundtrack on tape. Guess what I'll be listening to later. Also, can you finish this for me? 6 a.m, police at my door.
I never heard of that one.
I think some Adidas will be squeaking across the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Out the back door.
All right.
All right. We got Midget Mike, Ice-T. What lyric are you proudest of writing?
Yeah. I don't know what lyric I'm proud. Jesus Christ. I don't know that one. I mean,
so many lyrics.
So many lyrics. I still think, I mean, my breakout song was 6 a.m, and my biggest song will still always probably be Colors. And I open my show with 6 a.m, and I end my show with Colors. So it's kind of like
Original Gangster.
Those are 2 prolific songs, man.
Yeah. Original Gangster, you know. Yeah. I don't know, man. That's hard to say. You know, it's hard to say. My favorite lyric.
Word up.
I got 2 super chats from Pedro. Ice-T, legend. I thought your Ice-T commercials with Raising Cane's and Lipton were genius. Took them long enough.
Yeah, it's cool. I did Lipton in the Netherlands. I did a commercial for Lipton's peach iced tea and stuff, and then I did Raising Cane's hooked up for National Iced Tea Day. And the thing of it is you don't go seeking these shits out. Like, they have advertising agencies, and they want hip hop. This is what it is.
Yeah.
Hip hop is big. everybody likes it. White kids, black kids. So they like, yo, what song would go with this? I mean, I've heard Salt and Peppers, Push It. So hip hop is interweaved in anything. You can hear any kind of, you can see staples.
Yeah.
There'll be somebody's rap record in the back. Rob Bass or some shit. So you get a call like, yo, you want to do this shit for, and usually when they have the commercials, they'll give you the run, like the idea. And if it's goofy, you be like, nah, I ain't with that. I'm not doing that. But then most of the times it's pretty good because they know who you are. So like if I was going to pitch something to Cypress Hill or Be Real, I know already what's going to work with him and to his audience. They work it to your strength.
Yeah. They don't want to play you out because they want to potentially do more business with you down the line if it works.
But sometimes they want to do something that's out of character, like funny. Like I did this thing for Hallmark where I acted like Mr. Rogers, and you could write somebody a greeting card, and I said their name and shit. So I walked in there, I go, yeah, I'm Ice-T, original gang, blah, 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 blah. And then when I walk through the door, it's like a Mr. Rogers door. I put on a sweater and shit. And I do the whole shit. And this shit is funny.
See, that shit's cool.
That shit is funny. You gotta have fun with it,
You
man.
gotta have a sense of humor, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Or either you're fake. If you're fake, then you're scared.
Yeah.
It can be.
That part.
Pedro also chats, my favorite Law and Order episodes were the ones where they try to play you as a suspect and you didn't fold.
Yeah.
The Law and Order episode where they tried to play me as a suspect and I didn't fold. I don't know if you've seen the same show that I'm on. Because I don't think they've ever taken Finn and made me look like I raped nobody. My show is a rape show. You know that, right? My shows are...
That's the crazy shit is that, most episodes are that.
Yeah. It's a rape show. Yeah. People tell me, I've seen every episode. I'm like, maybe we should do an investigation on your ass. Watching a lot of raping, But nah, I don't know which episodes you're in. I went on Law and Order to do 4 episodes. That was it. It's my 5th show with producer Dick Wolf. I did New York Undercover, where I did 3 episodes. I was wild. I was cutting fingers off and doing wild shit. I did Swift Justice. I played a gangster. I came out of a trunk with a shotty. I played a pimp in Law and Order Exile. They killed me with a bowling pin. Then I had a TV show called Players with Costas Manlar and Frank Hughes. And then I ended up on SVU. And now I'm on the 28th season.
That's crazy.
I'm the longest running actor in television history in a continuous role. Not black actor, longest running actor. And the show was the longest running show ever since we went past season 21. And people are like, well, how long are you gonna do it? I'm like, I'm black and I don't jump off a boat while it's floating. Yeah. I can swim. And I can swim. I'm gonna be on that motherfucker to the wheels.
As you should.
Yo, be real. Listen, take this. The first year I was like, I don't know, I'm doing movies. I was on my bullshit.
Yeah.
Television shit. And then I got this number came up in my accountant. I'm like, what is that? And my accountant said, that's residuals. I'm like, residuals? She said, every time it shows on another channel, every time it shows, you get a little check. I mean, the shit is on right now. It's on right now.
Yeah.
And that day, I went from I don't know how long I'll do this show to I will be on this show till they throw my black ass off. I'm never getting off.
But you know what?
It's
Real
a
quick,
fucking
you
great run.
played a legendary bad guy. New York Undercover.
Yeah.
The most legendary
Danny
bad guy
Up.
ever. Yes.
Danny Up. Yeah, I was
That's a
wild.
bad guy.
Yeah.
I could play some bad guys. I want to do some comedy, though.
Yeah. You just did something, right? That you posted.
Yeah, that was on Survival of the Fat
Netflix.
You know what it is? I didn't really get I was acting before I really got locked into it.
Yeah.
I had been in New Jack City, but I really didn't really lock in. Then I finally locked in. I'm like, you know what? This is dope. And I started to study other actors, and I'm like, yo, this is a hell of a craft right here.
Yeah.
You can do it well. And so now being on something for this long, it feels like I've been to college. I've been to the University of Acting. I've got to act with all these other great actors.
Hell yeah.
So I think if you're new and we're gonna put you in a scene with Denzel, you would be nervous, right? When I did Ricochet, I was nervous.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, let's go. Al
Let's go.
Pacino,
Yeah.
anybody, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna out-act him, but I'm not gonna be intimidated.
Yeah.
Because I understand the craft.
Well, you have enough experience now that you know how to snap right the fuck in.
My plan is once Law and Order is over, I'm going to read for all Samuel Jackson's parts.
Yeah.
Can you say motherfucker?
Better than him, motherfucker. Bitch ass motherfucker. No, I mean, me and him got a good motherfucker going.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we got Colby Trio, Ice-T. What song did you sample in Fried Chicken? Not the People Say sample by the Meters, but the song at the end.
Oh my God, I don't know. This is a record. This was a record where we were talking about. If you heard Fried Chicken was a record where we were talking about the scratches and pops that were being sampling.
Right.
And we I can't even remember the rhyme, but it's basically want to use this song, let's use that song. No, but the record's popping. We tried alcohol, we tried to clean it. Then I said, yeah, but the beat's so dope. Yo, E, give me some of that fried chicken, and we put it on. Boom, boom, ta, and you hear the. Because there was once a time when we would sample, and there was nowhere to clean that sample up. You guys know beat nuts, no.
You had to live with that.
The beat was so dope.
We had a record called Fried Chicken just from the static.
See?
We used to call that.
Yeah,
Got that fried chicken on it.
Sometimes those records like that had that kind of shit in it, gave character to the fucking music.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Word up. All right.
All right, we got All About the Biz. Tank Girl is one of my ladies' favorite movies to this day. And rest in peace, Chino XL. He always spoke highly of you.
Yeah, that Tank Girl was a movie that I thought I was gonna play a stripper. I was doing Johnny Mnemonic with Keanu Reeves. I get a phone call and they go, "Would you play a stripper in Arizona?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" So that night I did like 1,000 crunches. I'm like, LL and I'm on swole. They gonna see this. So I was ready. And the next day they sent me the picture of the kangaroo. I'm like, what kind of stripper am I? Dressed as a kangaroo? They said, no, it's a ripper. And I was like, shit, a ripper? Then they go, Stan. I said, am I not with Keanu Reeves? Like, what the fuck? Do I owe the IRS? Like, what's going on? And they said, no, Stan Winston did the makeup. And I'm like, oh, Stan Winston, he did Terminator. So I'm like, okay, now I'm interested. I said, what's the bag? And the bag was like $1 million. Now I'm jumping around the hotel like a kangaroo. Like, yo, that was my first real acting bag, working with Lori Petty. And as far as Chino's death killed me. Chino used to call me Theo. I was around Chino. I mean, Chino was a super rapper.
Yeah.
In this game, there's some rappers that are just bionic, like Tech 9, M. There's certain people that have
lyrical.
Yeah, they're lyrically outrageous, and other rappers just don't even go in that realm. Like, let them do that. Chino was that guy, and he was a good guy, and and I had just seen him in Arizona. But it's funny that that's not funny, but when things like this happen, you always say, why didn't you call me, man?
Yeah.
Why didn't you call me? And I was talking to Mariska from Law and Order about it when Chino passed, because I was messed up. He's not supposed to be died. This guy is handsome, in shape, everything. Like, why?
Yeah.
And I couldn't get my head around it, and I still haven't got my head around it. And I talked to Mariska, and she said, "It's a moment, Ice. Suicide is a moment. It's just one moment. And if you don't catch that moment, it's not a day, it's a moment." And, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man.
Really, really, really rocked me. Different when somebody's gangbanging and they get shot. Okay, well, they chose that life, or somebody's been sick. But when somebody healthy like that,
it comes out of nowhere.
totally out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then doing it to yourself.
Yeah. That was crazy to hear. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace
to a beast.
Yes, my God.
Victor Murphy, what are your thoughts on the current state of metal and thrash? Having Juan Garcia from Agent Steel must be great on guitar. Great Slayer cover.
Yeah, Juan, see, Body Count, we went through a lot of shit. You know, we lost our drummer, Beatmaster V, to leukemia. Then we lost Moose Man. Moose Man got killed in the 60s. His neighborhood was 60s. He went back to visit his friends, and people pulled up, started shooting, and he's the only one that got shot in his back. He wasn't even there. He is gone. He had left. He came back to visit. How about that?
Yeah, he wasn't active.
At all. Never was.
Yeah.
That just happened to be where he grew up. And, you know, he got killed. Then D-Rock died to cancer. So me and Ernie are the only original members. Then Vince used to be at our rehearsal hall, our bass player, Vincent Price. He brought Will Dorsey in as a drummer, and he brought Juan. And Juan worked with Agent Steel. Juan played with Evil Dead, and he was happy to be, he's Cuban, and he was happy to be part of Body Count, and he's the man.
Yo, is that the Vincent Price, the like the old school hip hop producer dude?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm the rap guy. I give everybody names. So Vince was just Vince when he met me. I'm like, you're Vincent Price. So, and then Juan was just Juan. I named him Juan of the Dead.
All right. Yeah, that works.
That worked.
That worked.
So, and then just Will was just Will. I named him just Ill Will. That was simple. Ernie C. But anyway, yeah. The current state, I don't know if you heard B Real said earlier, but you got to do this with blinders on. I don't really listen to the other stuff when I'm getting ready to make music. If I'm listening to metal, I'm listening to something that's so out of what we do. Like I'm listening to Dillinger Escape Plan or something that's so violent, Napalm Death, something that's just so outrageous that just for the energy of it. But, you know, my thing is I just started Body Count record from scratch, you know.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to tune out. You know what's out there, but like tune the fuck out.
Yeah, I tuned out on this Criminal Migraine album. You're gonna like this, Be Real. My album is about the headache you get when you're now out of the game, but someone triggers you.
Right.
And you go, wow, back in the day, this would have went a different way. And that's that headache, that criminal migraine when somebody say, we're suing you, and you go, suing me?
Suing me?
And that headache, that attempt to control yourself. So it's more of, instead of like me being active, it's kind of a record trying to deactivate people.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if you're alive right now, this is the perfect time to get out of the game.
Right.
You know? So you'll enjoy it.
Hell yeah.
All right, we got Skarn. Ice, are you into black metal? And if so, who's your favorite band and why?
Am I into black metal? Well, I know what black metal is. I can't name a black metal band, but we did a black metal concert in Finland. And we got there and everybody was like, it was like cross between goth. They had these things where they were doing curses on motherfuckers.
Oh shit!
And I was like, yo, so
voodoo curses.
Black metal don't mean black people. It's like
dark.
That's what I thought it was.
Like let's burn down some churches
Right,
type shit. You know, like let's go do some.
Real
It's,
gothic.
yeah, we're real cold. It's where it's cold and shit.
Yeah.
And we went up there and we got busy and they loved us. They loved us. But there's so many differences. New metal, this metal, this that metal.
So many metals.
Death metal.
Soft metal.
Yeah.
We haven't heard the soft metal yet. We're still looking for that.
Yeah. I became close friends with Chris Barnes.
That's dope.
He was originally from Cannibal Corpse. So I understand
Their
all
shit
this
is dark.
It's really all that stuff is a horror movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a snuff film put to, you know.
That's a good analogy. Shit.
Yeah, it's not, the next song is called I Come Blood.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, that
Let's go. That's really what it is and shit. But, I like it. I like aggressive, harsh. I like the edge. I can name you some movies. If you go watch them, you won't want to fuck with me.
Real good.
We're going to have to, send that list to Eric Bobo. He would totally
Eric Bobo,
be up with it. Oh, he loves...
Tell him to watch a Serbian film.
A Serbian film. All right.
Yep.
Word up. All right. How much money you got?
Got the last one from Bend Over.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Not Bend Over.
Damn.
Super pause.
Bend Over says Ice needs to come to the show more often.
Hey, you know what? It's always a treat when players meet, man. And being around Be Real and people that are from my era and people we watch blow up together and have traveled. I bump into him on tour. I bump into Sin Dog with Power Flow. So we all friends, man. And I love what Be Real said is, where's the competition? The only competition you got is in your bitch-ass heart. If you're competing with somebody, because I could go in the store and I could buy a Fetty album, a Cypress album, an Ice-T album, a Beat Nuts album. I could buy them all the same day. It doesn't.
Right.
There's no competition.
Right. Yeah.
Unless you, as an artist, did I sell more than him?
Right.
If that's who gives a fuck? If the fans like you, so I've never been competitive ever. If you listen to my raps, I'm talking, of course, all MCs think they the best. We talk that shit.
You have to, yeah.
In real life, I'm just competing with myself. I'm trying to outdo me from yesterday to today. That's who I'm competing with.
Oh, yeah.
And as long as I compete with that guy, I know I got competition.
Yeah.
One of my mottos is I say, if you at a gym, you in the gym.
A little bit.
Look to your left. There will always be somebody in better shape than you. Look to your right. There'll be someone who would die to be in your shape.
True that.
Facts.
So just be happy with yourself and just try to outdo yourself.
Keep working on yourself.
Make a better record. Rap better, nigga. Rap better.
Rap better. Hey, listen, it wasn't a thing about competition until, Puffy starts talking about, Billboard charts and numbers and shit like that, where it now becomes a competition. Before that, no one really gave a fuck about it. It was just you were doing your art and you hoped that it had impact and you took off.
Now, certain people have always been based on competition.
True.
I disagree. I think Puffy's just one of them. A lot of people are super competitive.
Yeah, true.
They're super competitive. They're constantly looking over at everybody else. They're trying to have more jewelry than the next guy. They're competitive.
That's where battle rap came from.
Right.
I think the labels are complicit in that too. Like they'll tell you, hey, look, so and so had a big first week. They sold about 300,000 records. You got to top that. So you got to be doing X, Y, and Z.
That's pimping.
Yeah. Right.
That's pimping.
Straight the
That's
fuck
pimping.
up.
You never treat a hoe better than the money she's bringing in. So you always want to show her the top earner. She gets treated better. So if you get more money, bitch, you can step up. Now you can ride. Pimping is not dead. It's just reinvented itself and other shit.
Yeah. That's the music industry. When you're on a major label, it's super fucking pimping. And the biggest bank loan, with the highest interest rate. You know what I mean? And you are on the hook for all that.
I used to be in Warner Brothers, and I had my gold records on the wall. And when Prince hit the motherfucking parking lot, they quietly ushered my black ass out of there. I know they redecorated the room with
his shit. Yeah, man.
Pimpin' was top tier over there. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
That's crazy, man. Hey, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy ass schedule to come sit with us over here, man.
Can I do a shameless plug?
Hell yeah.
Okay. The OG Network, that's where you go to get all your shit. This is our network. Me and Court own it. Nobody else. It's theognetwork.net. Go there. If you get that app on this Saturday at 6 p.m. our time, you'll be able to hear the new album, Criminal Migraine. And also just go to icet.com, and that's where it's all finna go down at. Everything from now on out. all my social media is just going to say icet.com. Icet, come over here. I'm done really talking to trolls and all that old goofball shit.
Yeah.
we finna bring my people over to where I'm at, just like you got your people here. If you notice, you ain't got no trolls. These are only people that really want to fuck with you. That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about.
Absolutely. How about you? You got any shout outs?
Hey, same thing, the OGnetwork.net. And also you can follow me on Holding Court Podcast. It's through Revolt. We got everybody come to the Holding Court Podcast. We need to get you, Be Real.
Oh, yeah.
We've had Snoop. We have Master P, of course, Ice-T. We've had everybody and their mama at Holding Court Podcast. So,
I'm always available.
OGnetwork.net.
Betty, give out your socials.
Oh, yes, Fetty DeMarco. You can follow me on all platforms, FEDIEDEMARCO. And shout out my community and all the artists over there, Born Bands, Pay Gotti, and everybody else coming up.
You got a date on the project when it's dropping?
Well, right now, I'm just going there, just removing songs and placing songs. It's like every time I go in the studio, we doing something different with the big homie. So, but it should drop this year.
That's what's up.
He got a song on the Criminal Migraine album. I'll let y'all hear it. It's called All California.
That's what's up. How about you, Leezy?
No doubt. Shout out everybody on the chat hanging out with us. Big up Ice-T for coming through. OG Network for coming through. Dr. Greenthumb crew. If you're checking for the merch, go to the psycholessshop.com and go to the IG, the new Psycholess page. And that's it for now. Peace.
Don't neglect your blessings. Swallow that.